Yeah, welcome everybody. Um, let us hold on while other people join. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Aris, are you there? I think I made you a co-host. I've not accepted it.
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I was inviting more people to join, so that's why.
Okay. All right. Uh, as you proceed inviting others, as you are here, also invite people. Send out the links to people. Retweet the space so that other people can join. This space, I wouldn't want it to last very long. So the topic of today, of course, everybody can already see it. Nigeria suppresses every genuine uprising targeted at freeing her people. Yes, and also we are going to discuss a little about the World Igbo Congress, Professor Ejiofor, who threatened Simon Ekpa, the spokesperson of the Biafran people, for fighting for Biafra genuinely because of Peter Obi.
Yes, no problem. We are waiting for our brother to come back, and you know, his environment is somehow noisy, so he will join us back soon. And I'm welcoming everyone here today for us, to listen to the gospel of freedom, because we have made it clear that we are not going to rest, we are not going to relent, we are not going to back down an inch, because we have not gotten what we want. There is something that we are looking for, and that thing that we are looking for is the only thing that will make us, relax. So we are here today to discuss about Nigeria suppresses every legit uprising targeted at freeing the people. And this reminds me something that I want our people to know, that when you see all these people shouting in Nigeria, trying to fight those who are fighting to be free, you will begin to think maybe they have something to offer. You know, when I ask all these people talking about Nwere Onwe Ndị Igbo, because whenever they want to do all these things, they will use Igbo. Nwere Onwe Ndị Igbo, Nwere Onwe Ndị Igbo, ọ dị mma maka Ndị Igbo. Kedu ihe bụ Nwere Onwe Ndị Igbo? What is this Nwere Onwe Ndị Igbo? Is it not the freedom of Ndị Igbo? And how can you get Ndị Igbo free with the system, with the Nigerian system of government? Now you see some people, they will come and be talking about a new Nigeria, a new Nigeria. Now you ask them, how do you want to get this new Nigeria that you are talking about? Is this new Nigeria not equals to Nwere Onwe Ndị Igbo, not equals to freedom of Ndị Igbo? Now ask yourself, what is the difference between the new Nigeria they are talking about with the meeting that Ojukwu and Gowon had in Aburi Accord in Ghana? Is it not because of the new Nigeria they are talking now is what pushed Ojukwu to go to Ghana, drag Gowon, go to Ghana for a peace talk, so they can have a new Nigeria, so they can restructure Nigeria, so they can have a confederational system of government? What happened to that? They don't want to talk about it. They are using English to deceive us, and it's in the Nagara school, people that are not educated. You see? So whenever they are speaking all this grammar, it's just a simple question. You are fighting for a new Nigeria. What happens to the agreement between Gowon and Ojukwu in Aburi Accord? Was that meeting not about new Nigeria? So how can they now be much interested to talk about the new Nigeria when they have not discussed the Aburi Accord meeting? What led to the civil war? What led to the genocidal war, I should say? Up to today, this evil, wicked Nigerian government have never, ever for one day set up a meeting to discuss about the genocide they committed against the indigenous people of Biafra. Talk more of to, ask for forgiveness or to, do something that will show the people that we are among with these people. So how can you come out to tell us about a new Nigeria that killed 3-point-something million of people? We were enduring that. You went as far as kidnapping the leader of the people, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I was listening to the WIC World Igbo Congress meeting, accusing Simon Ekpa, accusing autopilot, and I was laughing. I was laughing because they forgot, as the chairman said, that Mazi Simon Ekpa was his good friend before, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around, So, and they all, were supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he jumped and forget to tell the world that was what led Simon Ekpa doing what he's doing today is because of the illegal abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why are they not fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released? Now, everybody have dropped that case. They don't want to talk about it. They are now fighting Simon Ekpa. And I have said it within myself that what they are seeing Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing is a messiah to them. Because the dangerous monsters that will come, if anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu, if they fail to release Nnamdi Kanu, they will not even have a place to stay to discuss about how to solve the problem. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been peaceful with you people, and you people have been deceiving him and threatening him, taking his words for granted. Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not call you people in Enugu for a meeting? For a peaceful dialogue, at least let us have a restructure in Nigeria. You people promised him and sent military to kill him in his house. Do you think we are fools? Now that you people have arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make sure, since you people failed, since Nigeria government failed to, do what he asked you people to do, which is for the benefit of everybody, you went in the night to kill him. You people went to kill him in his house. Look at how Nigerian government is taking the case. Look at how everybody is running away from what happened in Afaruku Ibeku, the military operation Python dance. They sent in Umar. See how they are doing. They are turning. Everybody is keeping mute as if they don't know what happened. Everybody is talking. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu jump bell. He jumped bell. He did this. They don't want to talk about what led to the jumping of, what led for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disappearance. Exactly what they are doing today. Everybody is fighting Simon Ekpa. Why? They don't want to ask, why is Simon Ekpa doing what he's doing? It's because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there. They went and illegally abducted him, and you are telling us to keep quiet. We are not such stupid, and we are not such fool set of people. And we have made we have made our point very clear to them. What Simon Ekpa is doing is what every Biafran is doing. And that is what we must do. And that is what that must be done. If they fail to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we give them date. Now they are keeping quiet again. Tomorrow you sit at home. 2 days sit at home. Tomorrow and the next tomorrow. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. And every Biafrans must observe it, because we all are Biafrans. So if Nigerian government let them send military in order to cajole us. We are not afraid of cajoling. We are not afraid of blackmailing. Because if they think that Biafrans are killing Biafrans, let them conduct a referendum so that those who want to be Nigeria, we vote. And those who want to be Biafra, we vote. Why are they running away from that? The truth is open. And the reason why they are fighting everybody who is fighting to be free is because they don't want people to be free. They want us to be mentally enslaved. They want to be deceiving us. If you talk true, they will come after you. They want the liars, just like obedient Peter Obi. I hate Peter Obi not because of his personality. I hate Peter Obi because of his idea. Because this is what they use to deceive our people. How can Peter Obi come to tell you that he's going to make a change in this system of Nigeria government, and our people are following him? Then when he go there and fail, then we start to stay shouting for another person. Can Peter Obi be compared with Goodluck Jonathan's chance? At least, if let us say that we need to be free during the Goodluck Jonathan's regime. Peter Obi have no chance, and they cannot have such chance that Goodluck Jonathan have during his terror. Did Goodluck not run out of office? So if they now deceive us now into this election, and we validated Peter Obi into this very election, now these same people will still be the same people that will begin to be shouting that Obi is a failure, that Obi did not do this, that Obi did not do that. And after 8 years, we will now begin to start shouting about freedom. This is not going to happen. We are not going to happen. And anybody who is speaking the truth, who is fighting for this very freedom, we must remain resolute. We must remain resolute. We should disregard every information, anybody that is telling us anything about peaceful, anything about lawful, anything about anything, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. Because he is the only person who can talk to us and we will listen. Apart from that, there is no other person. If they like, let them go and bring Obama. Let them go and bring Putin. Let the Putin come and be the president of Nigeria. Our stand is our stand. Until we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being released as a free person, then that is when we are going to at least listen from him what he will tell us before taking the next action. So, my brother Mazi Justice, I don't know if you are back, so you can continue. You take your mic and continue, because I have to speak when your mic was muted, so that I will not keep our people in dark. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Riz. I had to leave because I was interrupted by something and I had to attend to it. Okay. Like I was saying earlier about the topic that we are discussing today, how Nigeria and her, owners tends to suppress every genuine uprising that is targeted at freeing the people or freeing her people. Nigeria has this history of bringing in excuses and in different ways, tyranny, manipulations, just to suppress uprisings, to make sure that there will be no change. And the people always buy into it, or maybe the people are not conscious enough to know that things are really wrong, and these are the real same way they always do it, or they want to do it always, to make sure that nothing good comes out of that place. We are not even talking about making a difference or making a new change. Some people talking about changing Nigeria, which we know it can never work. Some people are talking about, some people have been talking about changing the Nigerian constitution from 19th Brigadier. Anytime you bring out any topic or anything they see that is genuine to make a change in Nigeria, the Fulani Caliphate and their British counterpart will begin to plan against it to make sure it is suppressed. And people, the youth are not really active enough to see these things. For example, we see how NSAS ended, how it started and how it ended. The NSAS started without their own, let me say, they saw it as their own mistake or carelessness, and they did everything to suppress it immediately. They started by telling the youth that you people should call off the protest, you people should call off this one, so that we are going to change SARS. We are going to, inside that time, they are saying, inside the place, they are still saying they are going to disband the SARS. They still brought out SARS in a different form and gave it another name. The SARS was still committing the same crime. It's still the same SARS and the soldier that they used to kill the people, And they got excuse after when they saw that was really very serious. They now went there to kill people openly without anything, and the justice never took charge of its case. Justice never happened, and that is exactly the same thing since this Biafra agitation started from 1967 and so going forward, when you look at the history of everything, how everything has happened, anytime there has been uprising, any kind of uprising in Nigeria, they will bring out a very planned, a well-planned manipulation or manipulative way to suppress it. And the people don't ask. It's only IPOB. IPOB has been the only group that has come and has been consistent and formidable, you know. So because it takes formidability and that consistency for you to hold down Nigeria, and that is why IPOB has been different. They are doing everything. They have been doing everything since Nnamdi Kanu came about to make sure they kill him, they suppress him, they delete him into extinction to no avail. The biggest try they have made was this extraordinary rendition, which could have succeeded. They could have succeeded if not that we are, we are in charge now. That through our spokesperson Mazi Samonekba that came about. If not that Mazi Samonekba is here with us, just tell me what we have been doing now. You know, because we know that even Obi they are talking about is not here to make a change. He's not here to achieve anything. So this is they have tried to rendition on Nnamdi Kanu, and they saw that they thought it would work for them when they renditioned him extraordinarily. They were jubilating. The politicians were throwing parties. In the north, they were very happy. In the east, all the politicians, southeast governors, southeast politicians were very happy. They were celebrating. Even the religious leaders, like that unholy and occultic and foolish bishop, he's called Bishop Chukwuma from Enugu State, that was celebrating, talking rubbish in the media. I wonder the people that he inspired as an Anglican bishop. Those are the people that are the problem. So all of these people we are celebrating, thinking that the agitation, the struggle to restore Biafra could die down. But unfortunately, then when they began to study into the case of extraordinary rendition, they noticed that no, they had the wrong money. So that they now, it dawned on them that it was not achievable. So they laid low. The only thing they did was trying to buy into all these people that were in charge of IPOB to use them the same way they did during Owazirike's time. They suppressed Owazirike's men, they abducted most of them and bought most of them, threatening them into believing, and they took them to Owazirike to see that he doesn't have men again. If all your men have agreed to stop, then why are you not going to? That means nobody will stand there for you anymore. That is the same thing they wanted to do for our leader, which they succeeded in buying all the IPOB leaders. They are the people that call themselves the leadership now. They bought them over, because if you see the kind of press statements, the attitude, the broadcasts, or the activities they have been, doing since this rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know that these people are no more fighting for freedom. So when they see that they didn't succeed, they tried everything to bring Samonekba down, which they couldn't succeed, which they are still trying. So what am I saying? They do everything. They do everything to make sure they suppress every uprising that is targeted at freeing the people. So these are the major topic we are going to talk about today. If you have anything you want to say about it, if you have anything to contribute, you have to stick on the point. And also, these threats by Professor Ejiofor that is threatening Samonekba, saying that he has a secret plan against Samonekba that he will not make open, and so threatening as because of Peter Obi, that you know that Peter Obi is not doing anything, is not contesting for anything. Peter Obi is not coming here to be the Nigeria's president. Peter Obi is not doing it, is not contesting to make any change. And even if he's contesting, he's not going to make any change. Peter Obi, being the president of Nigeria for 40 years to come, cannot change anything in Nigeria. And because of Peter Obi or whatever, this man that that used to receive our leader when he was here with us is now talking nonsense. He's no more calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And now all of a sudden, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no more important but Peter Obi. So Mazen Nnamdi Igbo should get an illusionary Igbo president at the expense of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's head. That is what these people mean. That we should forget Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, so that they can have Igbo president in P2B. What an insolence. So it doesn't make sense. So these are the topics we are discussing. And please, if you want to contribute to it, you have to request and raise your hand. Then you will be asked to speak. Thank you. So please.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And also, we will also like to, receive questions. If you have something to ask us that is confusing you, you are free to ask us any kind of question regarding the IPOB activities and all of that. And also, once we accept you to speak, and we will also bring you down from the speaker to the listener, so that other people who are requesting to speak can be able to speak. Thank you.
So please, we have just 1 hour 30 minutes to be here. I don't really want this space to be very long. The first person, Mazi Solomon, please unmute yourself and speak. Mazi Solomon, if you are there, unmute yourself and speak.
I think Mazi Solomon is having a connection, is connecting. I don't know. Can we start with someone who is ready?
Unmute yourself and speak. You have just 2 minutes to contribute. Thank you. If Ifeanyi Nwora is not the mouthpiece, can you unmute yourself and speak to us? No time. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my people. I thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that this action by Professor Ejiofor came out, because I've been waiting for this for a long time. I knew this was going to happen, but I didn't know that, it will get to this. But in a way, it's good it happened now rather than later, because the World Igbo Congress have always invited me to, all their Zoom meetings and all that, but I always exit. And the last meeting for that interview with Odogwu, our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Eba, I refused, because all the information, they wanted a lot of information for you to appear on that Zoom. It told me immediately that they are looking for something. One, your face must appear there. All your emails, everything, your information must be there. I knew immediately. But why I didn't want Odogwu Simon was because his information is already on social media, so I didn't need to warn him again. So because these people, I knew these people, but you can't just come out and accuse someone until they show their, they show their leg or show their face, whatever they have. Now that they have come out to threaten Odogwu, it now shows us this is the last dance of the wicked. This is the last dance of the devil. And this is, in fact, my people, this is Biafra. Biafra is here. And for them to go to the extent of doing this, it now tells me, because I remember the day that our leader was kidnapped, I called the PRO and I asked, what is going on? I just heard that our leader has been kidnapped. He said, oh, I haven't heard about it. Blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, please, try to contact Simon and find out what is going on, because I don't know what is going on. I'm just dying here. For me to later find out that they knew all that has been happening. So my people, Please, just let's keep praying for our spokesperson, because these people are evil and this is their last dance. I thank you all. God bless you.
All right. Thank you for that wonderful submission. Thank you very much. If I want, please unmute yourself and speak to us. Thank you.
Thank you, my brothers. Thank you, Biafra writers and Mazia Rizzi. God bless you all for this wonderful space and the topic. Thank you, my sister Mapis. You just hit the nail. You know, when your enemy that have been attacking you in secret, maybe that person might be your friend, because your friend might be your enemy without you knowing it. Once that person that claims to be a friend, that is your enemy, has done everything within his reach in the secret against you, and he or she saw that those things are not working, or that those things are not really having any effect on you, they will come out openly. And that is what that criminal has just did. And we are not surprised. I'm not surprised at what he did. Because if he can be having a secret meeting with the Eastern governors, you have an intel, you were at the meeting when it was discussed that our leader will be rendition, kidnapped, extraordinary rendition, kidnapped into Nigeria. And you endorse it because you say that people are calling you all over the world. Then you soiled your hand. When with the same mouth of yours that you're using now to threaten Simon Ekpa, that is fighting the same cause, that the man you claim to be defending is fighting. That's ironic, honestly. Because I find out now that you have been the problem from the day one, from the D-Day. You opened your mouth and said that you are the most trusted person, when you're trying to deceive your gullible fools that are following you sheepishly, thinking that you are really doing something, because they are all blind. The spirit of Biafra is not in them. Birds of the same feather. You guys just flock together. And now, you come out fully.
Hello,
What are you going
hold
to do?
on. I hope you understand that Professor Ejiofor is different from Barrister Ejiofor, even though they are all the same type of people. But what I talked about is the trait from the Igbo World Igbo Congress, from Professor Ejiofor of World Igbo Congress, not Barrister Ejiofor. That one,
They are all the same people. They are all the same people. One man say Okochukwu are the same people. When his kinsmen are against him, and he went and report the case. So one of them went to Okochukwu to give him some things to be on his side. So when the man noticed it, when the meeting was on, the man told Okochukwu that Okochukwu, these people is not the same people, not the same people that want to kill me. Are you getting me? So all these people are the same. The World Igbo Congress has summoned our leader. Our leader went to them 2015, very long time ago. And he detailed to them the agenda of the Fulani Caliphate and the quest for the Biafra restoration, and cried to them that they should provide for him arms and ammunition. And what did they do? I saw a lot of them laughing, making jest of him in that meeting. Some of them take it so unserious. One of the women was doing as if, what are you saying? Are you saying that we are going to war? But now the whole thing is playing right before their eyes. Yet their eyes have not yet opened to the cause that we have been marked out for extermination. So it's a hard time that we will no longer listen to whatever garbage that is coming out from these drunkards, these morons, that call them these opportunists, these foolish people that don't know the reason why they find themselves in the king's palace. Because Esther was told, Esther, don't think that you are a queen today. Maybe this is the reason why you become a queen in a strange land. So don't go there and mess up the opportunity that God has given to you. These people have messed up every opportunity that God gave to them. God sent many of them to America. Go there, I will give you a good job. Go there, I will position you in a position of power, so that you'll be able, when I will send my son, Mazen Namdekan, Simon Eba, to come and champion for this cause. Use your money, use your position, use everything you have and support them. But today they are using their position to work against whatever our collective resolve. But thunder will fire them in no time. Thank you, my people. I submit here.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, our brother, for this wonderful submission. Biafra writers, do you have something to say about that? Should we continue by appointing people to speak?
Go on, go on.
All right. We have people are not raising their hands, so I'm just going to be pointing because I don't know who is first and who is last to speak. Kames, please, can you unmute yourself and speak to us? Kames.
What? I'm live now. Twitter.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Sunday from here.
You're welcome. Go ahead and speak to us.
All right. So, it's normal thing for a liberator from this side of the world to be fighting with two hands. Fighting with one hand to save yourself and your people, and the other hand to fight your people so that they will get sense. So, it's not the threat that is circulating everywhere from the prophet, the so-called Professor Jeffo. It's normal thing that we're supposed to be seeing itself, because it's normal as a black man. There's this atom of error in most of the black man brains. Not everyone, but that kind of people that even in time of old. When the people, the fellow blacks that tried to liberate others, their lives were then, and they fought against their fellow liberator. So, what I'm even concerned is this sit at home that we're supposed to hit tomorrow and the next tomorrow. That as Odogu is not that vibrant on this YouTube based on the nonsense from social media. I think we need to swing into serious action so that we will be able to circulate the issue down in our land, and people will understand the need for that, because I think not everyone knows about this sit at home that much. So some people will stay doubting that maybe it will be cancelled, maybe it will not. So whoever that is threatening or going against our wish is just normal thing. In this life, there is a serious benefit of Satan in life. If everything become good as it is in heaven, it will be valueless. But when demon fights, when there is an opposition, then it will validate the authenticity of the goodness of that good. So we need more nonsense threat. Understand? So far God is on our side, nothing can happen. So thank you everyone, and please let there be more space that this evening I will be like to be there also, that will be talking about this sit at home of tomorrow and the deadline of UN 6 months they gave that ended today. So if the different people different times can volunteer and come out for another space again, it will be very nice. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Mazid Justice, your mic is on. I don't know if you're aware of that. In case if it's disturbing some of the listeners, I don't know. Do you have something to say concerning this, or should we carry on?
Please continue. When I have a meeting.
All right, thank you very much, my brother, for that. And we also want to tell our people. We also want to use this opportunity to tell our people that this sit at home is giving this Nigerian government a nightmare, and also these P2B supporters, all these people jumping up for new Nigeria and the betterment of Nigeria, is giving them a nightmare. And if you watch the recent statement by the police commissioner or whatever they call him, he said that he have given order to the police to stay away from the road, and sit in their stations, so that people will be free to go about their businesses, that they are going to protect them. Now, this same thing that they did last time, they will tell people to come out, that they will protect them, and they will go behind the scene and send their Fulani Boko Haram in on black and black in a Bubago uniform to go and kill people in order to blackmail IPOB. And when they do that, they will now begin to call IPOB that they have do this, they have done that. Why they are the same people doing it? Now the question is, if the police is observing the sit at home, now how are they going to protect the people they are calling to come out on the street? So everybody should know.
Excuse me, sorry, Arranger, to interrupt you. Can you tell the host to mute his mic? We cannot hear you properly. It seems you're shouting. If he doesn't mute his mic, he's going to appear on the recording.
My mic is mute from here. I don't really know what you were. My mic is mute from here.
He's showing us. He's showing us that it's not muted. He's showing us that it's not muted from here.
I don't know why. It's always mute.
Okay, please, our apologies, please, those of you who are not hearing me clearly or hearing us clearly, I don't know what the problem is, but we must continue. So we are telling our people to please do not listen to anybody. Do not listen to anybody telling you there is no sit at home. This is what they used to do. They would say, when we give order sit at home, people are willing to obey it. They will now force people to come out that they are going to protect them. And the same people that say they are going to protect you are the same people that are going to kill you in order to blackmail IPOB, which is not right. So the question we are asking the police, when you give order for your men to go back and stay in your stations, during these 2 days sit at home, now who are you sending to protect those you are asking to come out? Protecting them from the Ebubago, because we saw the police people, Ebubago people, enforcing this is a sit at home, killing people with camera, with videoing themselves, shouting IPOB Biafra in order to blackmail us. So these are the things that our people need to know, that when we say sit at home, it means for the protection of our people. When we say sit at home, there is a reason why we say sit at home. If you are in your house, that nothing will happen to you. Nobody will come to your house to do anything to you. But when we say sit at home, these evil people that want to paint us black and call us evil and call us all manner of names, they will also, try their best to make sure they bring you out and kill you in order to have any evidence or a reason to, blackmail us. But our order is very simple: sit at home to avoid too many questions. So without wasting much of the time, I invited one of our brothers during yesterday. He was about saying something or asking questions, and because of time and other things, we couldn't allow him to finish what he was saying. That is Mazi Kim. Mazi Kim is here, and we want you. You are welcome, and I would like to allow you to speak to Biafrans and to talk to us. If possible, you can still come up with your questions, and we are here to to make sure that everybody listening to us, we have a reason why you join this space, and every of your questions must be answered. That is a promise. Okay, so thank you very much, and unmute yourself and speak to us. Yes, Mazi Kim, unmute yourself and talk to us.
You muted the thing before. The host was missing. Making a moon, yesterday we were talking about
I'm still listening.
Yes, your voice is coming out. Go ahead and speak.
Okay. So if I can remember properly, what we were talking about yesterday was I don't know whether I should speak in Igbo or should just continue with English. We were
Speak
talking
with
about
English, speak with English, speak with Igbo, because there are some people here who cannot understand English. There are some people here who understand Igbo and English as well. So
okay,
if you know a way to speak in English so everybody will understand you.
because I
Thank you.
want us to really understand, because first and foremost, I need Igbo. You understand? And no matter what, anywhere you go in this world, Igbos always look after themselves. You understand? So outside, we should be able to take care of ourselves in our own region. So yesterday, I was talking about, in my opening monologue, I totally condemn the kidnap of our leader, and I've always, been outspoken when it comes to criticizing and the whole process and everything. But recently, I started noticing a lot of things. You understand? I started noticing because yesterday your discussion was, if I can remember properly, your discussion was the enemies are shaking. I don't know if it's right. The enemies are shaking. So I now asked you, who are actually the enemies in this situation? Even now, Seth, as I was as you were talking about things like the police trying to blackmail IPOB and every other thing. So my suggestion is, as people that love ourselves, as Anyuabundi Igbo, is it not better to protect ourselves first?
Yes.
You
Now,
understand?
you said something about the question we are discussing on yesterday, and you asked about the enemies of Biafra, or the enemies
Yes,
of what we are
yes,
doing.
and I said
Now, you didn't tell us that if I answered you that or not. I answered you that the enemies of this very agitation are those who are against what we are doing. Those like the Fulanis, the one Nigerianist.
of course.
You understand? So they are our enemies. Now, those people who are fighting to protect Nigeria, to have a new Nigeria, they are our enemies. Now, we have said sit at home. This sit at home is to make sure that the enemies who are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release him, see a reason to release him to us. As you said, you have been advocating for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release because of the way they abducted him. Now, we have given 2 days sit at home. This same set of the enemies, which Nigerian police is one of them, have now said, okay, they don't want to lose their men. No. They want to go and observe this sit at home. And they are now telling our people, me and you now, to come out, that we are not going to do anything. They are going to protect us. So when we come out, they will now send the Bubago. They will send the Bubago. They will send all this Boko Haram that they have, put into Nigerian military to come and fight those people that have come out, so that they will have reason to tell the world, it's we that said sit at home. We are the people enforcing it. Now, are you now telling me that we who said sit at home so that you will be safe, that you will run away from this, political, all these things that they are doing? Are we the one now trying to, kill our own? Or the people telling you to come out that they are going to save you when you are not going to see them in times of trouble? Who is now the real enemy of the people? So continue.
This situation now, ma nke bụ eziokwu. You might say, okay, na ndị na-egbu the thing bụ ndị police.
But when you watched the last sit at home, 5 days sit at home, did you see any video that they was analyzing on Chinese television, Nigerian news, saying that they saw Nigerian police, enforcing the sit at home? Did you see that video?
Well, honestly, I saw a lot of videos.
Oh yeah, continue. So now you do not know, you do not need to be confused about the enemies. The Nigerian police are the one killing our people. So have in mind that the Nigerian police is the one killing our people.
The problem is, this Nigerian police, in the Nigerian police are ndị Igbo ka aka bụ. It's not as if none Hausa.
Can you listen to me now? Can you listen to me now? That is why I said that our enemies, the people in our land, our enemies, are the Nigerianists.
Can I contribute something to this?
Yes, I want Kim to first of all understand himself before he can continue. I told you we have enemies within in our own land. They are Igbos. They speak Igbos, but they are enemies of.
Hold on. There is a question he asked there that needed just a straight answer. Understand? You don't really need to go about trying to explain so many things. You know, when you ask who are the enemies, it's simple. Understand? The enemy can be the outside enemy, and the enemy can be the inside enemy. Anybody supporting Peter Obi is my enemy. I'm saying it. You are getting it. Because Peter Obi that you see, he cannot tell me that he cannot open his mouth for one day and call for Nnamdi Kanu's release or go to the DSA dungeon where he is being kept to see him. He
See,
cannot.
brother,
Hold on. He cannot publicly speak up about the incarceration of our leader, but he can go to meet Gumi in his terrorist camp openly to identify with him and identify with the Fulani. Peter Obi is our enemy. Do you understand? So it is very clear now that you understand. What do you want to say? Say it.
The way people just make parallel judgment is totally, because when you want to make judgment, you have to look at things from different perspective. Look at it from your own side, from his own side. Do you think maybe what Peter B is doing is easy for an Igbo man? And then you want him to come and carry IPOB something in his head.
Now hold on. For Peter, if it's not easy for an Igbo man to do what Peter B,
put yourself in an Igbo man's shoe.
Wait, he should know where he belongs. The point that we are at now is not where we can just start to the dribble. All these things we explain, we have done it years back. Now we don't even need to explain all these things to you. This time around, it should be either you are with us or you are against us. You cannot be in defense.
No, because all of us, we are Igbo men.
No, we are not. All of us are not Igbo. No, all of us are not. All of us are not. So let us hold it there. Because
anybody that doesn't support Biafra is not an Igbo man.
Let me say something.
Mazikim Justice. Hello.
Can I ask this our brother one question, please?
Who is speaking now? Who is speaking?
Yeah, this is Mazi Ifeanyichukwu.
Ifeanyichukwu. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because there is something he said that is not easy for Peter Obi. Then I want to ask him, is it easy for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the dungeon?
It is not easy. That's why I said the first statement I take is that I am a strong follower of Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? Because I discovered that this man is incorruptible. Because I'm sure no one will be to silence him, and he refused. You understand? This is a very, very incorruptible man.
Then why won't you support that kind of person who is already suffering?
I'm supporting him.
But
my point.
Let me say something here, please.
My point is,
my brother who is speaking, please
what will happen now is this dialogue should just end. Let him make his point. He have 1 minute to make his point, and then we address him and go on to. We cannot come here to begin to speak all these things. Thank you. So you have 1 minute to make your point. Speak.
The point I'm trying to make, Buna, no matter how someone just said anybody that is not supporting Biafra is not Igbo. This is self-delusion. You're deceiving yourself. No matter how you want to see it. We have been marginalized. We have to come together and make present a united front. If you say a policeman that is an Igbo man is your enemy and you kill him, and then his family and everybody will be burning for revenge to kill you back. You keep doing this for years. How many years will you take to keep killing and keep counter-killing?
My brother, don't accuse anybody of killing and counter-killing. This is not allowed.
Simon, allow him to speak when he finishes. You just have remaining 30 seconds to finish.
Okay.
No, like I'm totally against labeling a fellow Igbo man. All you have to do is, okay, the problem we had before is that Buhari never gave a listening ear to us. Buhari doesn't care. Even if 100 Igbos die, Buhari don't care. You understand? Why not we say, okay, since Buhari is about to leave, why not we say, okay, now one night in Jeban, let's know whether if he reach there, he will listen to us. Instead of saying, okay, we want to fight him, because P2B, what he's doing is not easy. You see the whole Northerners against him. They will call him names, they'll call him this, they'll call him that. And you in your own region, you're still fighting him.
Okay, your time is up. Now, let me address you. Understand your plan. First of all, before P2B, IPOB has been doing something. Before you even know that name, Peter Obi, the issue of Biafra has remained unaddressed. The agitation, the struggle, everything. Anytime that
And he promised to address it.
I said, I'm addressing you now. I'm going to remove your mic. I am going to remove your mic. Then I will address you. Now, when IPOB has been on board, IPOB has been agitating, and when you mentioned Buhari, Buhari is leaving. Buhari is not our problem. Believe me, Buhari is not the reason why Biafra has not come, and Buhari is not the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is in dungeon. Buhari is not the reason why our people are dying. He is not. The problem is our people that are working with him. And those people are people like Peter Obi and other Southeast governors. In fact, Buhari have wanted to release Nnamdi Kanu many times since last year. But these people, set of politicians, selfish politicians, are the ones holding Nnamdi Kanu. They are the ones that always gather in our telling him not to release him. Buhari doesn't have any power to go to Kenya to release Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari doesn't have such technology, such power, such manpower to do that. The only people that did it are our fellow Igbo people. Our fellow Igbo people that work with Buhari. Those they gathered, some of them provided their private jets, some of them provided huge amount of money just because of politics and what they gain from Nigeria. So when you are talking about Peter Obi, like I've said before, I cannot tolerate someone that prefers Gumi of Miyetti Allah to Nnamdi Kanu. What Peter Obi is doing is joking. He's just joking with himself. And they have said it here that everybody is not Igbo man. That you be an Igbo man does not mean you're an Igbo man. Because if you're an Igbo man, you should know that blood is sacred in our land. You cannot spill blood on our land anyhow. In 2017, it was Southeast governors, after Nnamdi Kanu provided them some details of that they would need to negotiate. They negotiated. They agreed on something. He provided them the list. The next day, before the next day the meeting was supposed to hold, they called Operation Python Dance. They invited the soldier. They all agreed and called that Python to dance and killed Igbo youth. Nobody condemned it, including this Peter Obi you are talking about. So when you are talking about umunne, and you are in my house, let me tell you, if we are in a war front now and I see my brother on the side of my enemy, the only target I will do is that my brother is the first person I will kill before killing others. Because if I don't kill that my brother, that means that I have the big chances of losing the war. That is the reality. I don't like all these petty mindsets that our people are bringing. Peter Obi, they just brought him out to deceive us. And after this year, he will still not win. Even if he win, the things will continue to be worse upon worse, more than it has been. So this is the time to fight the in-house enemy and the outside enemy and get our freedom. Then if you feel that our people need to gather and unite in one front, that means the people that have been agitating for so understand? So if these people has persisted that they will not listen to the people that have been calling for the sovereign state of Biafra, and they want to do it by force, they want to use killing to suppress everybody, and you want, on the other hand, they want your candidate, the Fulani candidate at that to come and hold the election, and it will not happen. It will take us 1 million years to get it right as Igbo people. After me, when I finish fighting, my children will continue to fight, but we will never stop fighting. And if we are not moving forward, it will be for all of us. It's not like when you are stopping it from your end and you are stopping it from my end too. All of us will hold ourselves down. But believe me, the truth will always prevail, because you cannot win the truth, no matter how you try. When you cannot win the truth, that is only when you will be finding forces or ways to suppress it by fire, by thunder. And that is what is playing out here. Please, this is enough. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Before I give the mic to another person, this person was the person I was trying to, to talk with yesterday, because these are the kind of people that I've been looking for, anytime I come to Streeter Space, because you see these few people now that is, following P2B, jumping P2B up and down. This is the example of what we are passing through, because this guy now, as he said, is a supporter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is a follower of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but immediately they arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They see P2B and they turn around immediately. Now, I want to ask this our brother question: what is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fighting for, and what is P2B fighting for? You was following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give you, as in, we free you, we make sure that Biafra is it Nigeria, total independence. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting. Now, the P2B we are following is fighting for a Nigeria, to be a Nigeria, to remain in Nigeria, to remain with one Nigeria, fighting to make that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mission impossible. And you tell me you left him to follow him, and you are telling me P2B is not easy for him, even from his region, that we are attacking him, we are doing this to him, that is not easy for him. Then how will it be easy for? Why? I'm coming. How will it be easy for him when he get to federal level, when he get to Abuja, when he get to Nigeria, when P2B cannot even solve his own problem, when P2B cannot even address Biafra issue? Now you say it's not easy for him as an Igbo man, but it's easy for Atiku to defend their people. It's easy for Asiwaju Tinubu to defend their people. During the campaign, he never left the Yorubas, and Atiku never left the Northern, even the Fulani.
Defend the Fulani people.
Yes. Now you are telling me that your own brother, who is P2B, now they are telling down. You are telling me that P2B, that your own brother, you are supporting him, that tell you that he's not even going there for your own sake. Are you with your? I mean, these are the problems that we are having, and we have told you people that you can talk from now till tomorrow. We have made it clear. The problem and the enemies of Biafra are those who are fighting to make sure that they stay in Nigeria, that they continue with Nigeria, because continuing with Nigeria means that our independence will never happen. Following P2B means that Biafra will never come, because P2B told you he's not a Biafra, he's a Nigeria. He's not even Igbo, that he's a Nigeria, and he's good. Even those in the north will benefit more from his government to compare to the people where he come from, and you are still following him. So you are not telling yourself the truth, my brother. I've told you, those Nigerian police that is making it impossible for us to go, about our peaceful agitation, they are the people who are killing our people. We were protesting with flag. Is it not police that was killing us? Is it not army that was killing us? Is it not Nigerian security that was killing us? We went into declaring sit at home, peaceful sit at home. They knew that our people will obey and sit, because they know that we command and we control, and we, the territory, all the Biafran territories, that we all want Biafra. Everybody wants Biafra. When we give orders sit at home, everybody will obey. What will they do? They will use their media to deceive people that the sit at home will have been cancelled. The sit at home will not hold water. This and that. Go about your businesses. They will provide security. And when you come out, they will send people to kill in order to blackmail us. And you are still telling me you don't know who the enemy is. So somebody telling you to please do not go through this road, that they are attacking people in this road, and you refuse to go, and they kill you. Are you going to blame the person who give you the information that there is danger in that road, that you should not go? Or are you going to see the person that is telling you this road you are following now is very dangerous for you, please go back? There are people are robbing passengers there, please go back, there is no road. Are you going to see that person as a friend or what? So please, this is our brother. I have addressed you now, and at least by now you're supposed to know who your enemies is. So let's give the mic to Ifeanyi Nwora. Amber, I think we have Simon as our co-host. Can you say something then before we can go to the next person? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for giving me the mic. We have moved on from this certain level of discussion. The dimension this brother just came from is something we have moved on from. You cannot come in and be discussing who is our enemy, who is not our enemy. Of course, you are not a child. Once your oppression is institutionalized, anybody who is represented in that institution becomes your enemy. If my brother is wearing a police uniform, and that police uniform represents the state of Nigeria, automatically that my brother is fighting against my freedom. So I do not know why that guy was following Mazinandi Kanu, and I don't really know his intent, if at all he was just following the crowd, or he was following Mazinandi Kanu for a reason that is reasonable. The way he spoke, he didn't speak like somebody who follows because of a reason. I believe he spoke because he was following Mazinandi Kanu as the people were following him as a crowd. That is the same thing that is happening to him. He has not changed. Now he switched to Peter Obi. He's following the crowd again. And you cannot drag us back into such confusion. Anybody who is not stable cannot fight for freedom. We are not joking. The people who are sending military to come and kill in our villages, are you telling us that you don't know those people? Is it because some people speak Igbo and they commit crime, you think they are IPOB? Many people don't even know the meaning of IPOB. They just want to come and speak. They just want to come and make noise. But people should be cautioned when they come to discuss something in a space like this. We are not shutting people up. We are addressing people just the way they came to speak to us here. We talk about sit at home. The reason for this sit at home is this. One, for the release of Mazinandi Kanu. Secondly, to tell the world that Biafrans have defined their territory, and the territory is under their own control, and not the control of the Nigerian state. That is one of the most deadly weapons against the Nigerian state, and everybody knows that. And they are fighting against it, struggling to prove to the international world that they are in control of the whole territory that is found in Nigeria. This is why you see people being deceived by the media. When they go to the media, they tell you, come out. Look at a policeman giving instruction to his officers to stay indoor, to stay in the barracks, but telling you to go out, that they will protect you. How can somebody who will stay in the barrack protect you? And then, when they are giving you this instruction to go out and get killed by their own people who will be on mufti, because the police, they will wear mufti clothes, they will come on the street, they will carry Biafran flag, and they will shoot you down. Immediately they shoot you down, the one next to the one who pulled the trigger will call Punch newspaper. Right now that IPOB are killing, they killed in so place. They will be the one giving the places, the locations where they killed people, they deceived, they succeeded in deceiving. They will be the one telling the media the exact places where they killed these people. Right, that IPOB killed somebody under bridge. Right, that IPOB killed somebody in Amofu. This is the work of Nigeria, fighting with propaganda. And the people are bringing themselves out as a sacrifice for them to use to find a way to blackmail IPOB. This is why we are educating our people. We are not holding this media space to entertain views that does not make any meaning to us. We have passed that level. We are moving to take freedom. What we are doing here is, one, we are struggling to live. Does this guy who spoke now have a stable electricity in Nigeria? The person who makes you to live in darkness year in, year out, do you tell me that you don't know that person? You don't know that person is your enemy? Has your governor in your state fixed the electricity in your state? Does your village people have light? Do you have good road? You are here saying, bunch of hypocrisy. You are telling us that you don't know the enemies of Biafra. Probably you are an Igbo and you are speaking Igbo. You don't know your own enemy. The person who make you not to have good school, you don't know the person. The person who make you not to have hospital, you don't know the person. The person who sponsors terrorists and drop them with helicopters in your villages, you don't know that person. Let's not be hypocrites here, please. When you want to speak, speak directly. We are here to tell our people the importance of the sit at home. They should sit at home for the release of our leader who has put everything in the line to fight for our freedom. One, for his release. Secondly, we are defining to the world that the territory of Biafra belongs to the Biafran people. And as such, we are in full control. We don't want Nigeria to come into our territory anymore. This is what we are proving to the world. And it is clear now. Our people must sit at home. Our leader must be released. So when you are speaking, please address this point. We don't need anybody who will give us a point that will pull us back from our focus of discussion. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Yes, you have spoken like a lion that you are. Yes, I also want our people to understand. I also want our Algerians to take note. There is a stage we have passed. We have crossed the Rubicon. Understand? This time around, we are not here for pettiness. Because if this person now that is speaking that say that he has been following Nnamdi Kanu all this why before Peter Obi came about and he started following Peter Obi. If one of his own were to be killed at Mpo or at Nnamdi Kanu's house in 2017, or all the major places that they massacred agitators carrying only flag, I don't think he would be talking such nonsense. Because how can you do that? Fighting for one Nigeria at the expense of people's blood. Okay, now I want me to drop agitation for Biafra and forget all the people that have died in front of my own eyes and then embrace Peter Obi. It can never happen. No, it can never happen. So let us be guided. What we are talking about is Biafra. We are not talking we don't even care if Nigeria get better or not. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans, and Biafrans will continue to be. So let us be focused here. Thank you. Please, Princess AJ, can you unmute yourself and speak? Thank you.
Good morning from here, and thank you. I'm pleased to be here. I'll start with the young man that called from Biafra land. You guys have addressed it very, very well. And I would suggest next time people like that, listening to him, he doesn't even know himself, not to talk about agitation or P2B. He doesn't know what he's doing. So next time I'll suggest that you guys don't even waste your time on people like that. And moreover, we've passed that stage now. If at this point he's still confused, it's too late. We have less than 45 days to go. Then I'm responding to WIC, the World Igbo Congress president comment yesterday. Yes, I took time to listen to the interview. If you listen to that man, he was contradicting himself, very much so. He knows that Nigeria is dead, as far as we are concerned. So his focus, without saying it, I believe he must have been bribed, or he must have been promised something by P2B campaign team. His interest is about P2B. Not that he doesn't know that we don't want Biafra. He contradicted himself pretty much. And his opinion is not the opinion of everyone in all World Igbo Congress members. So it's not. And when I mean all World Igbo Congress members, I'm not even talking about the world. I'm talking about in the United States. Here, there are two factions of World Igbo Congress. So he is speaking for himself. And even in that, he's the chairman. He doesn't have the majority voices. Majority voices have a different opinion. So having said that, all I'm trying to say is that whatever he spoke about yesterday was his own individual opinion. So, and then what he said about Mazi Simon and everything else, he kind of gave us an idea what they are doing behind, which is good, because if your enemy tells you what they are doing, you will prepare them more. So it's good to know that they have another group that is not Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, another Igbo group that the agenda is to stop the election. Hey, that means that if we were preparing for 100 people, now we prepare for 1,000 people. That's exactly what it is. It's a positive thing for me that I got from his whatever he was talking about yesterday. So on that note, about the week, I will not take them serious. And there's an impression I want to say. At the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to WICS, he wasn't the chairman. I want to clear that up. He wasn't the chairman. So that tells you that it's like this generation will pass information to the other generation. What am I trying to say is that his own idea about what he wants is the same thing that the individual who was the chairman at the 2014-15 had. So I would say the idea of weak is what is anti-Biafra. But again, I'm not repeating myself. Having said that, it's not all of them. But that doesn't mean that Mazi Simon Ekpa should associate with them. No, it's a good thing that he severed the relationship. But it's that man's and some of his group's opinion, not all of them. So, as for no election in Biafra land, that's something that the decision has been made. If they like, let the new Igbo group go and do whatever they are going to do. At the end, we will see who will win. But one point I want everybody to take home is that chairman of the World Igbo Congress is supporting P2B. He's not supporting one Nigeria. So it's for personal interest. Thank you.
All
All
right.
right.
Yes, thank you very much for that clearance. You have really spoken very well. Yes, he knows that he's doing in vain. Whatever they are planning on the ground. Our spokesperson who has been, is a spiritual person that God prepared very well to come out before he came out for this battle. And there's nothing they can do to make what happened to our leader Mazen can repeat itself. And we are going to win, as always. Thank you very much. Please, Justice, can you unmute yourself and speak?
Okay, thank you, my brothers and sisters, and good morning from here. Sorry, I'm driving to work. I hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead and speak.
Yeah, thank you. I listened to that interview. I even later went on stage on that particular Dr. Damage's stage, and I tried to let them know that you can't come and you think, oh, I like Nnamdi Kanu, but I don't like Simon Ekpa. And I tried to ask them what is the difference, which they cannot even explain. So what I want to tell everybody is that some of all these people you see in America, we are tired in America, and some of them they are looking for soft landing. They are looking for a way. Is this man Obiano, who was former governor of Anambra State, where did he live? He lives in Texas. Most of them here are tired of clock in and clock out. Some of them are retired. They can't go home. They are looking at attachment to some government something so they can find something to be putting in their pocket. Not that they are speaking on behalf of anybody. They are just trying for their personal interests to see if they can make out something from it. I want everybody to understand that. So when they speak like that, you can know that even from his voice, you know that the man is not standing even strong on what he's saying. So we should not be discouraged. And I thank God that Master Simon was able to understand these people and he's dealing with them the way I like it. You want them to understand that we don't need you guys to get what we want. Like I used to say, it takes few good men to win for others. And that is what we are doing. So Nigerian government is evil. That is why I respect Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He said it before now. In his last broadcast, that last broadcast still makes me wonder if that man, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, is a human. Because if you go and listen to that broadcast, he came and he said, this evening that I came, and not to just to tell Biafrans to be strong, I just want to speak to people who that we are born to restore Biafra. That's the people I came for. And I'm telling them that these people will come. They will buy everybody. They have over $30 billion war chest. They will promise you a house in Dubai. They will give you what you have never ever owned. For those people that we are born for the restoration of Biafra, they are not going to move. Nothing will move them. And it's a privilege for any of us here who have been determined and know that he's part of that people that are not going to move because of what they are offering. Because freedom is good. I want everybody to understand that. There's no life without freedom. Just look at your children, how you love them. Look at them, what you want to give them for life. You can put 100 million naira in the bank. You can keep everything for them. If they don't have freedom, they will split on your grave. That's one thing you should know. And that's why we are fighting. That's why we are not moving an inch. So I want to encourage everybody. Nigeria knows that. Now everybody knows. Even if you look at P2B is not even looking healthy. Because when you want to defend Nigeria, you become stupid. Did you find that anybody who wants to defend Nigeria, he start looking sick? Because when you can't defend something that is rotten, dead. Whenever you want to, when he was on live with AY, and this same woman that attacked Simon came and began to rant like a dog. Even some of the things the woman asked him, you say you are a different type of politician, but you say Atiku is your mentor. Did he answer that question? The answer is no. That's to tell you these people are evil. So my brothers and sisters, Nigeria will do what they know how to do best, which is killing, which is threatening, which is evil, which is scamming. Everything about them, you know. All of us know. And that is why we want to separate ourselves from it. So you're not going to move an inch because they are suppressing us. They can do whatever they want to do. Imagine how they hold Mazin Nandekalo. Have you making Mazin Nandekalo to shift his ground? The answer is no. So why should we shift our ground because of the oppressors? Because of they are trying to suppress the truth. So I just want to encourage each and every one of us, and I want to thank Biafra Writer of Conscience, Ifani Arenze, all of you that have stand strong. Because if not all of us that have stand strong, this movement could have gone. Even in that particular interview yesterday that this woman called African Queen, he said, "Oh, I was supporting Biafra. As soon as Mazin Nandekalo was arrested, oh, I abandoned everything." That is how evil a black people can be. They catch your leader, and immediately they catch him. You now abandon him to die in the prison. So you carry your being on your head. That's how evil black people. And when you see them suffering, anywhere you see them, they're always at the bottom of the ladder because they don't have mental strength to understand that their problem is psychological. So I thank all of you who have stand strong, and I believe before the end of this year, we'll sing the song of freedom. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I think who is the next person to speak? If you want to speak, just raise your hand, okay? So we can see you and give you the mic.
I think Sasolo want to speak.
Sir Solomon, yes. Sir
Yes.
Solomon, please unmute yourself and speak. Sir Solomon, are you there? Unmute your mic and speak to us.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. Go ahead and speak. Yeah,
I remain your global news rail. I've been listening to what was going on since and what is going on and how people have been responding. The topic we have here is Nigeria suppress every legit uprising. Yeah, there is no doubt about that. Because just like our brother just said, that Nigeria have a buck of money, about billions of dollars of war chest to fight everything, to bribe their way. Nigeria use threatening to suppress our people. They use money, they use terrorism. And that is what I use them for Jeffo. They terrorize them, they threaten them, and they use corruption. They find a way to put you in position and put you to pass away of corruption. And they have that one information against you. So they can use you and bend you later. And that's what I'm using for P2B, corruption. They can use money to buy you. Let they buy our viewers, buy them over, they work against. I'm not surprised what happened to Professor Joffo. When I call elite in our Biafra, I see no elite in there. Elite are not consistent. Professor, I never trusted him because when American travel to America, when we tell about bullet and gun, the way they are reacting over those stuff, I find these people are not there. They are living in a better world, America, where light is 24 hours of the day. No shutting down. Things are working well. They don't come to a village. They send money to their family. And above all, they are feeding their family. They don't know what is happening on the other side. It's a painful thing that I want to hear this thing. That's why freedom is freedom. Even a child in the womb want to protest before coming out. The children you have, they get to a particular time, they will react. Daddy, I want to go to this school. And he will say no, they will fight to get in there. Biafra, we're going, it's not going back. We don't have to talk about it. Anyone that is talking about P2B is a bunkum fool. We don't have to negotiate with them. Unless you haven't passed what you are passing through. You can't pass what you're passing through and you see somebody talking nonsense. You don't argue that, you shut him out and get out. That's all. Because freedom fighting is not democracy. Don't democracy. Do what you want. Sit at home here. Everybody be sit at home. That is what all the object. Don't believe all this thing. Conspiracy is normal. Every propaganda is normal in anything about freedom. Because Nigeria will do propaganda. Something to put that they will say it's IPOB. Who they will call for? They will call it themselves. Nobody will kill somebody and say it's themselves now. They will say it's you now. You will prepare for all those nonsense slander and libel that will write against you. That will we prepare. They will tell us we kill, no problem. Level 4, blind them. If you try, come and hold me. What I'm carrying on, we shoot you down. That is the thing. So it is Biafra or nothing. We are crossed the Rubicon and there's no going back. When I hear some people talking, I get provoked and get mad. I say, what's going on here? We're rumbling over issues. So please, now when they come, there's a particular broadcast. Remy Flezzy sent to me, and I have the record before. He said something very clear. Now when they come and say, Igbo is a cause. And when I heard it's a cause, oh, I saw my Igbo speaking. I get provoked over that announcement before, over that broadcast. But when I listen, he said, what Igbo group all over the world are cause? They're a cause. Now talk rubbish. What do you expect them? All of them are looking for money. They are self-centered. Many people are dying at Ahamafu. Are they talking anything there? Is there any number that makes sure anything about that? Or any Enugu man, any Abia man? They didn't tell quiet. When he hit them, even inside their own house, they hit them. The nearest neighbor will not talk. They have so pushed them to a particular side that they want to. They are self-centered, looking for position, looking for money, looking for what we know, where they will praise them. I believe Biafra. Nobody will be praising Biafra land. Everybody will be equal. Because that is nasty thing that Igbo have come to a particular level. Igbo, for God's sake, we are fighting for Biafra and not for Igbo. Igbo is just a tribe among the many. We have a job. We have Urobo. We have them. Even the go side of a those side where we say we have a banker, we have Irua and Igwebe. We join Biafra because we run the same market days. It's just because I'm still contemplating on it. So please, we have to focus and forget all the nonsense people are coming here to talk. We are announcing it and trying to. There are those born for this struggle and fight, and they will continue to do it. Those that are not ready can go to hell. We don't give a damn. I thank God for the way Samuel stand for it. That is what they try to bring in now. When they try, it will change. Try, it will yield to them, and they will say time is. They will yield to them. Things are working, and the people are getting discouraged. Thank God for Simon Eber. If you stop on the way, we will put you down. Enemy we have is Fulani, and Fulani has our hands in our brothers. Igbo. We have so many Reuben. We have so many Reuben among us. So many people, our brothers, sisters are saboteurs. I don't give a damn. If it's supposed to be, you are my enemy. Simple as short. That's what I do here. Please, I have no more to talk. That I just came in on provocation to say what I say. It is Biafra or nothing. Thank you very much for this opportunity given.
Okay, thank you very much for that A wonderful submission. And without wasting much of the time, Annie for freedom, please, can you unmute yourself and speak to us, please?
Yeah, thank you very much, Arize. Good afternoon. I cite all of you, Biafra, right out of conscience. It's like Ifeanyi is here. I saw Ifeanyi before. I greet all of you. Today is Sunday here. We are just resting and I'm following up what you guys are discussing, especially the topic of this very gathering today. You know, we when we sleep in Biafra, and whenever we wake up in Biafra. Biafra have become integral part of us because our blood is Biafra. The water that runs into our system are Biafra. Everything about us is Biafra. So is Biafra or nothing? Just as the last speaker have said, without Biafra, we have no future. Without Biafra, we have no hope. And I will respond to two people before I speak to the topic of today. The first person I will respond to are those people that are still far from what we are saying. The worst thing that can happen to a man is for you to miss a target at your own generation. This generation we are in now, we can never write history or whatever that transpire during this time without bringing Biafra. And how can a grown-up man, you are an Igbo man, you are a Biafra man from Eastern region, we are standing on the fence for over a decade that Simon Nnamdi Kanu have been talking about Biafra, Wazuke have thought about Biafra. Even most of us, we are not born during the time of Ojukwu, but the little time we have, we got some history about what Ojukwu did. But many people are still standing on the fence. They don't want to know what is going on. They don't want to pay good attention so that you will understand what is going on. So I will not rise up one day and speak like fools. Because many people today are just waking up from sleep. They wipe their face. They hear P2B. They were moved by emotion. And when they hear that there is Biafra, people talking Biafra, they will just jump into one group where we are discussing important things, and they will start speaking like fools because they have never paid attention to this. So I would like us to disregard. We will not disregard them. We will respond to them a bit, but we shouldn't be giving much attention to these people because we have a lot to do. Many will see wake up from their slumber tomorrow. When Nnamdi Kanu was making his broadcast before, he used to say that most of our men, they love to sleep under their wife wrapper, enjoying themselves. They never pay attention to the reality. But when the reality is about to catch up with them, that is when they will start behaving like fools. This is exactly what is happening today. If you have been following up the event of your region, how can you be talking about P2B today? Anybody that have been following what is going on in our region, even in Nigeria as a whole, if you have paid good attention, how can you be distracted? You will not be carried away by wind. Forget all these people that they have spoiled, that rub their hands, soak their hands in blood, looking for where to be bribed. Those ones are different. But we are talking about common man that are suffering these things. You are the one that is suffering no electricity. I saw in the news this morning a bus that is traveling from Akwebon to Port Harcourt killed everybody in it. One person survived out of 18 passengers. It's only one person that survived there. And what is the cause of that accident? Bad road. You are the one dying of bad road. You are the one dying of insecurity. You are the one suffering this pain. But sometimes when you come up and speak, people will be wondering, where are this one coming from? So one thing is that for those that have chosen this path, we are the majority. And Simon Ekpa said once at a time that we are going to take this decision for them. Because I know when this decision becomes reality, many of them will embrace it. And that is what I'm seeing. We are not going to wait for everybody. And this is not time for education anymore. We are in the season of action. So we just use 1 minute for you people, and we use our our rest time to do the right thing. So to the World Igbo Congress, Mr. Ejiofor, I tweeted today that I don't know why people that answered Ejiofor, they are not carrying the offer because, Ejiofor in Igbo language means that you are is a someone that stands for equity and justice. So Ejiofor means that in Ejiofor. But I'm surprised today. Many people that are answering this Ejiofor, Ejihozi the offer, I don't understand. Because this very man, if I will respond to you, I would like all our media warrior to go and look for this video when this man was calling for to support Eastern Security Network. He told all Igbos that what we need now then is money. That men that will do this job is on the ground. He was blowing whistle, calling on everybody attention to rise up that these people have come. That is when he was following Nnamdi Kanu. But you see what people used to say. You will only know your true follower when something goes wrong. This man was once, advocating for this freedom, advocating for protection of our land, advocating for support of Nnamdi Kanu, that he have united with Nnamdi Kanu. And all of a sudden, I was listening to one jingle that Simon Ekpa played where this man from South Africa was saying that a true leader and not somebody that changes his way based on who he's dealing with. The problem these people are having is that they are not consistent, they are not steady. You change your stand, you change your ground because Obi is a boy, is on the run, out of because I know he is under they are like they manage him. They want to use him as an instrument of destruction, just the way they did to Zeke during the Biafra war. And is blackmailing. We are still talking about it today. P2B, down to his heart. If you watch P2B down to his heart, he's not happy with himself. And that's why when you look at him, he's going down. He's more better yesterday than today. Because he knows very well that he's under a blackmailing. That's why when you look at his move, he's not even fully in support of his party. He's just like, sometimes he's seeing people that are shouting Obi Obi as you guys are fools. You are not reading the the handwriting on the wall. He's not happy with himself because he knows what transpires inside room before he came out. Him himself know that he's not going anywhere. He's under black. They have blackmailed him. They have, they are like holding him hostage. They just want to use him to destroy Biafra. And these people are changing their stand, changing what they believe on because of who they are dealing with today, which is P2B. But thank God for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that has spoken from prison today. He said that we should stand our ground. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu can stand his ground in the prison, what of us that are free, breathing, receiving fresh air? Am I the one that we compromise? We are not going to compromise. We are going to stand our ground. So you, Ejiofor, World Igbo Congress, remember your word. You are the one that have been shouting before, calling to support this move. But today, you have changed because P2B is on the way. Now, but there's one thing they forgot. We that are dealing with you guys, we have understand you well. Because many years that we have been with Nnamdi Kanu is not in vain. We know very well that they will come in many ways. When you look at what is going on now, they started with IPOP, trying to use the leadership of IPOP to distract, the main vision. They leave him. They want to use his wife. They want to use the lawyer. They tried everything. They even tried to use a Igbo group in the Finland. That one failed. They are using another group from many places. They are using people on the ground. They are using Nigeria youth. They are using Nigeria internet fraudster. They use media. They use every person they can lay hand on. Today now is World Igbo Congress. Mind you that when they fail with World Igbo Congress, maybe they will use Simon Ekpa mother or father or his kinsmen. They must fight. That's why Nnamdi Kanu said that this time When the road will be tough, we should be mindful of our mental. We should go to our brain. This time around, we are harnessing this energy from our brain, not from anywhere. Because if we don't look inside our brain, we may be carried away by what is happening around us. So nobody should move his ground. We are standing where we are standing. And we thank God with the people that are in forefront of this very struggle now. When you look at them, you see genuineness. When you look at them, you see transparency. When you look at them, you see truthfulness. When you look at them, you see determination. This is what we need. And this is what Mazen Ankalu mean when he called for 100 men. Nigeria suppresses every legit, uprising that, that will bring even better thing in Nigeria. Yes, because what they know how to do is to intimidate people, blackmail people, force you into believing their lies. Many people have risen in Nigeria so that things will change, even change for a better. But they never believe on it. They never, when you look it from beginning of Nigeria creation to today, every move to better Nigeria have been suppressed because of what? Nigeria is fake. People that, created Nigeria, they are fake. They handle Nigeria over to fake people. A Fulani man can never tell you the truth. They will only lie to you, use takia, try to fool you, try to, change black to white, because they never believe in truth. And that's why Nigeria will keep on suppressing any legitimate move. When Nnamdi Kanu started, he called for referendum. He was, mobilizing people, protesting on the road with a flag. They killed them. Even after killing them, Nnamdi Kanu was still calling for referendum. Give us referendum. Give us referendum. They were massacring people, killing people, trying to suppress them. And look at where they have landed us today. But at the end of this game, you people win. Whenever you hear Biafra, you will go and hide inside your mother's womb. Thank you very much. I don't want to go further. So I will be here listening. Today we are relaxing. So let me hear from others. Thank you very much. Ifeanyi, I saw you. You are welcome.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu, please unmute yourself and speak to us. Thank you. Mazi Ifeanyi, are you with us?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We are listening.
Yeah, greetings. Good afternoon from my side. I greet everyone in this space today. I greet the host and the co-host and everyone listening. My name is Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu, and regarding the topic we have this afternoon is also very interesting. One thing I I always say, like, if, for instance, nobody is coming out to fight Mazi Simon Ekpa, I will not be following Mazi Simon Ekpa. I will know that something is wrong somewhere. Because what we are fighting to restore is it's a place that God Himself will walk in our land. So you expect all the demons in this life to come out. And many of our people don't understand how things happen, because they say that spiritual part of this life controls the physical. But people may not understand how it was. They think when we say that, they are using this person, they will think that maybe directly they are just somebody is calling this person like, come and take this money, come and do this, do that. No. But they are not understanding in that way. When we talk about, like, for instance, when we say sit at home, people will sit at home. Some people will come out and the Nigerian agent will kill them, and say it's IPOB. They will think that, those Nigerian people that went to kill them, do you understand? Some of them, like, they pay them money to go and do that, because sometimes when they also hear some of those people speaking Igbo, they think that, it's still our people killing our people. You see, all these people that is thinking this way, they are still blind. They are not seeing the realities. You know, it's not easy to be in this mood that many of us are in. You know, you must open your eyes. Your eyes must be open. You'll be seeing the spiritual things, the things that is happening. You know the things that will happen the next day from the movement of today. So it means that you have gone, in fact, we'll call it born again. You have been born again. Because if you're not born again, forget this one that they are doing in the church. After every Sunday service, they will call you, they call many people up, stand up and receive Christ. You know, every day people are born again in church. That is not born again. Born again, you have to be, your eyes have to be open to see all these things we are seeing. So when you look at this man in Igbo World Congress, you know, those people are the people that are weak in mind. They are still not seeing what is happening. You know, they think that what we are doing is like politics. You know, like you can jump from this party member to another place, like just like that. He don't even know that for the fact that yesterday he came out and said people have to support Eastern Security Network, this, that. Through his voice, maybe one or two people agreed to follow his voice, and it cost them their lives and all those stuff. You understand? He don't know that he have even messed himself up. You know, that's the same thing that is happening to even the P2P. Somebody, the last speaker said that P2B don't even, if you look at him, you see that he's going down. And that's the same thing I'm seeing. Anytime I look at him, I see a man going down. You know, I see somebody going down. So within himself, his conscience is not clear, you know. And these people that is even supporting him, you know, are the people even helping to kill him more. You know, if you see the people supporting him, they are the people helping to kill him more. Do you understand? So many of them came online yesterday. They on space. You know, they don't normally like to invite any Biafrans people now. They don't normally like, because they see that anytime they invite us, you know, we'll try to change some of their member mind. They will know that some people will be converted once we enter there. So they don't normally invite us anymore. Do you understand? So we are talking, and their topic yesterday was like, they are talking about Tinubu and Atiku. As Atiku is a known criminal, Tinubu is a drug dealer. That's what they are talking, you know. And when you listen to them, and the person they are supporting, P2B, is saying that Atiku is his boss. Atiku is his mentor. Then I asked them, is it possible for a goat to give birth to a chicken? You know? How can people be so foolish? Somebody, that's the way they push Buhari to that position. And Buhari has been talking so many nonsense. And people did not pay attention to the words that coming out from these people's mouths. Nobody pays attention. It's when Buhari enter and everything starts going, you know, upside down, they now start to understand. Yeah, he said from up to the bottom. Yes, you know. But they are not paying attention to what is going on. P2B is coming to tell you that Atiku is his boss. And the boss of Atiku, which is Obasanjo, said that, even wrote in his own book, that if they calculate how much Atiku has thief, that it will even sponsor the whole Africa. Do you understand? So these people are not paying attention. So these people are not the people we should be listening to now. And we have even passed a stage that to be trying to convince them and trying to. We are in the stage of if you have anything you have to support. If you see money you put. If you see any department, because Biafra have every department. And what we are doing is we are fighting, we are even putting our own money, our own resources, our own time, to do all these things. And one thing people don't understand, even when we are talking about sit at home for our leader Mazen and the Kano and for the no election in Biafra, they think that we are only talking about Mazen and the Kano. They don't know that we have crossed even the Rubicon, that we can't even we'll make sure that the countdown we are counting, the countdown we are counting must be fulfilled. That's why you see all these people coming out. Many of them will come out. What we are doing now is that we are writing the history. So everybody will answer their own name. So they will come out. If you come out as a bad person, your name will be written in the bad book. If you rise up as a good person, supporting their struggle, your name will be written in the good book. So that's how it is. Everybody will answer name. Everybody will answer their name. You must not keep quiet. So if you let the demons of this earth, the spirit of this earth, the dark world, to control you, when you rise up and talk rubbish, your name will be written in the bad book. So that's what we are saying. And it will even get to a point that many of us, who, if we are not careful, you fall out. Because the stage we are entering now, even the stage we are into now, is not even much hotter. We will still enter in the hotter ones. Do you understand? So we have to be strong. And we don't need many. We don't need many because it's only in history. It's only few. All right. It's only few. Let me land up. It's only few in every history. It's only few that make it happen. Do you understand? So we'll have to always remain strong. And I believe that our spirit, the spirit of our ancestors, all of them have risen. And God himself is on the throne. The only thing is that we have to be determined so that they will use us to accomplish this goal. If not for Biafra is already here. Me, myself, I'm peeping on the wall. I'm seeing inside Biafra. We are waiting for the gate to be open. And the gate is open. We have countdown. When the gate open, all of us will see it. And they won. God bless you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. You have spoken well. Please, without wasting time, Enoch Biafra, unmute yourself and speak. Rising Sun, if you want to speak, unmute yourself and speak now. Mr. Sense, unmute yourself and speak. Can you hear me? Am I coming out clear? Please, 2 minutes. Please, 2 minutes to round up.
Yeah, 2 minutes. I was about saying that. Can you hear me very well? Yeah.
Continue.
Someone's mic is on. Cool. All right. I think I wanted to just highlight the fact that we should also know how we manage our time, so that I think many people are here so that they get the opportunity to speak. So we see some diverse opinion. Without wasting time, I just want to highlight on what is happening with World Igbo Congress. As the day go by, we are going to be knowing those who are for us and those who are against us. It's not a surprise. Actually, World Igbo Congress is
is a political movement, not a freedom movement. So it's not a surprise. The kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there's a lot of undertones, there are a lot of secrets behind it, a lot that we may not know now, but with time we are going to find out. So it's not a surprise. Actually, the fact that Professor Ejiofor came out to say what he said is out of frustration. When you are trying to do something and it's not working, you just have to spill the whole thing. So maybe he didn't even know what pushed him to say it. Nnamdi Kanu said before he was kidnapped, 2 weeks before he was kidnapped, that we have a lot of enemies within and without. So it's not a surprise. So this is a time for you to guide yourself spiritually and focus. You have to put your eyes on the ball, because if you don't, just the way Nnamdi Kanu told Simon, because he knew that he has a lot of pretenders around him. He told Simon, don't allow this devil that has entered some of the people I know to enter you. And thanks to God, it didn't enter him, and we are following him. We shall continue to pray and also do the best we can. And we are sure, of course, we are going to see more enemies, but at the end, Biafra will come and we will win. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that. I think Simon, my co-host, please can you continue, because my environment is not that
Okay.
clear. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. In addition to what the brother just said, now we have a lot of enemies. There is no doubt about that. And as the day goes by, they will come out. They will reveal themselves. A tiger cannot hide the color of his skin, or a leopard cannot hide the color of his skin. What you are is what you are. It will only take time. It will come out. People who were shouting with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in fact, keeping us on course. Why Nigeria suppressed every legitimate uprising targeted at freeing the people. Everybody know the cause of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the reason why he was fighting, and the reason he's still fighting from the dungeon of the DSS. We must put our mind straight on the mission of the Biafran people. Our plight is clear. Nigeria to us is not a country, and Nigeria for us is not a country, and we don't belong in Nigeria. We want to have our own nation. Do not come and cry for us how we intend to manage our own affairs when the nation comes. Do not come and tell us that we will suffer more. Do not come and tell us that Nigeria will work, and because if Nigeria let it work for the people that have hope in Nigeria. It is not of our business. If Nigeria becomes America tomorrow, it is none of our business. We want to start our own nation. We want to build our own country. This is why we are fighting. Those who are shouting Obi, Obi, Obi today, these are the people that shouted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or Hey Biafra, or Hey Biafra. Even to the point that those who are working with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, we are planning to sell him out to the enemy. Who are the people who proscribed IPOB as a terrorist organization? Were these not the political leaders in Biafra land who so much love their slave masters, and they want to use us? They want to trade us for their own political gains. All Jews of Kalo opened his mouth, and he said he will give land to Fulani, and he did. They asked Wike to kill Biafrans so that they can have the slot of vice president. And he did that in Iguacha. He killed Biafrans in Obigbo. Today now, he's fighting against those who lured him to kill Biafrans. After realizing that they've used him and dumped him, he's now trying to reverse his ways. But you have spilled blood. The blood will fight against you. We are unshakable. Where we stand is where we stand. We are not people you push around. You cannot push us around. Freedom fighters who knows what they are doing are not people who love politics to the point that they want to trade. If we want to do politics, we do politics that will bring progress to our people. We want to have a good political system that is pure and progressive, that will bring light to our people. whatever Nigeria is today is going to be the direct opposite of Biafra. Many of the people who are shouting Obi today forgot that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the person who brought out money from his pocket and sent palliatives to people dying in Nigeria, even in Benin City. Where were the governors? The food, the palliatives supplied by Europeans to Africans because of their plight and cries over social media. They don't have food. They impose a lockdown on them. These foods were locked up in big warehouses from the people, from the public. They were not given to them. And these are the people that are struggling today to go and take PVC. We want to register. We want to vote to be. We want to. How many governors do you have in Nigeria? In fact, how many governors do you have in Biafra land? They all locked up the food. Not even one could have good conscience to say, let us give the food to the people. No. They first of all locked up the food. They claim they love you. They locked up the food. They sent the army to enforce the COVID-19 lockdown. And they started killing people. In the end, when you want to rise and tell yourself that it is time for you to be free, they say, no, you don't have to say that. Nigeria will work. We'll find a way for Nigeria to work for everybody. Nigeria cannot work for anybody, and they know it. Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta State, which is my state, of course, also invited the Fulani army to come and kill people at Efru. They killed a lot of youths. And of course, the youth fought back and they killed some soldiers too on the spot, just with wood. You cannot just enforce something and you claim you love the people. The people you claim you love so much and you want them to vote. You want them to go and queue up to vote for you, to elect you. We are supposed to elect leaders that will serve us, but now we are electing leaders that will serve. And when we say we are tired of that system, some bunch of hypocrites will come from nowhere and be saying, let's try Obi, let's try the next person, let's try Tinubu, let's try Atiku. We are not living a life of let's try. 60 years is enough trial to prove failure beyond all reasonable doubt. These people have all failed from amalgamation to expiration. They have all failed us. And we are tired of this kind of stupid union. They have, upon all of this, they have spilled the blood of our people. Just for you to say, you need to be free. They want to kill. Why do they want to kill if they are not benefiting anything? If you are serving me, and I said I'm tired of you representing me, why do you want to kill me for saying I'm tired of you representing me? If you are not gaining anything on my head. So what belongs to the people? They have taken it for themselves. They stock these things in Switzerland, in other European banks. Look at Obi today fighting to protect his property that he has bought with estate money that he looted, calling Atiku his boss. Were Nigerians not there when they saw Tinubu using bullion van to convey money to his house? What did they do? Did they challenge him? But today now, from that bullion van, I watched the video. I won't have the video with me here. Politicians stocked up money, naira. They are melting away, eaten by termites in a big warehouse, naira, that people, for you to have a note, 1,000 naira note, you have to sweat and work like a slave just to have a valueless note to buy something to eat. Food becomes a challenge. Any country where food becomes a challenge is not supposed to be a country at the first place. People struggle to eat to the point that when you say stand for your freedom, don't come out anymore. Don't get killed. Just stand for yourself. By staying at home, whatever you have to eat, eat it. If it is hunger that will embrace you in your house, it is better to be hungry and be free than to be killed while looking for food on the street by the same people who deceive you to come out. This is why we are tired of seeing our people being used as a sacrifice to blackmail the very people who are fighting to set them free from the bondage of the enemy and neocolonialism. We don't want it anymore. That is why we are showing our love. We that are saying sit at home, we are the people who love our people, not the political criminals who all they do is after 4 years, they tell you, go and take PVC, go and register. They encourage you. They know that somebody live here, somebody live here. They want to visit you at your house. They want to knock at your door and show you fake love just to get votes from you. So we should be wise enough at this point. This is not the time to navigate between Obi or Atiku or Tinubu or IPOB. We know what we are looking for. We are not shaking. Do your political campaign, do everything you want to do in Nigeria, but in Biafra land, we forbid Nigeria. This is the thing we are talking about. Today, they are raping people in Biafra land. They are killing our people in Biafra land. None of these criminals that ask you to go and collect PVC are voicing out. Not even the Peter Obi that these so-called people are running after now has been able to voice out. When they ask him in an interview, we saw that you have your loyalty to Atiku. He could not defend himself. He could not exonerate himself from that accusation. Are these the people that want to lead you to a better Nigeria? Where is the better Nigeria coming from? How can Peter Obi sanitize the army that has been filled with Boko Haram that have been released from cell? He cannot do it. So where is the good Nigeria coming from? Ask Obi, what is the problem of Nigeria? He tell you it's economy. Is it not the person that is alive that will talk about economy? What is your plan for education? He will tell you, give the mic to this professor. This question passed me. Are these the leader you are running after? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have educated us enough for everybody to see the reason why we are fighting. Those people who are opportune to run to America, who are not talking nonsense on live interview today, threatening that they are doing some, making plans to harm our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Ekpa, from wherever only God knows. This was how they threatened Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they carried out the threat with the help of the people who are shouting, Biafra, 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 Biafra must be free with us. We never knew that we are working with Judases among us. They were so much among us to the point that we don't even know them. They sold our leader. And today now they are openly fighting against us. They don't even have shame anymore. And because they don't have time to fulfill the agreements they had with the oppressor of the Biafran people, they are now running helter-skelter. They are pulling every available string just to see a way to ensure that they fulfill even half of the promise. But we are not giving them the breathing space. We are not here to entertain viewpoints that will lead people astray. We are telling our people we love you and we want to show you our love by telling you to sit at home. This is the protection you have. We are your protection. How can we be funding the security of our people from abroad? Why you have soldiers there? The soldier who are supposed to protect the people and protect the territorial integrity of a nation are now the same people giving cover to terrorists to kidnap you. You that don't have 1,000 naira to buy food to eat. A soldier will not help a Fulani man to kidnap you, take you into the forest, and they will now demand millions of naira from you to come and bail yourself as a ransom. And your family will be running helter-skelter. When you give them the money, if you are lucky, they release you. If you are not lucky, they kill you too. You lose on both ends. But we, that people who are abroad, are now sending money to come and fund your own security. Still, you don't see the reason why you must support Biafra. You still run after Peter Obi because you are not yet a victim. They have not killed your own. But when they kill your own, you will know the reason why we are fighting. When your neighbor's roof is on fire, you must do everything to assist that neighbor to quench the fire. Look at Middle Belt today. Nothing to write home about. But these were the people who came to fight against Biafra, thinking that they are protecting Nigeria. Like Obi today, I want Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian. I want to be the president of Nigeria. Look at him. Something that this man did, Gowon did, over how many years, 50 years ago. And today now, no man in Middle Belt can speak up. When they wake up, according to our leader, when they wake up, they see 5 Fulani men raping one of their wives. They kill them at will. They are in IDPs. They are seeing all of, but these are the people who send Biafrans to IDPs. They enforce land blockade. They stabbed our people. Today, they are suffering more than us. So let us keep our eyes on the ball. We are here to tell our people, sit at home. Nigeria has expired, and Nigeria on Biafra territory cannot exist anymore. We are chasing Nigeria out, and we are taking our freedom by force. This is the message. So put a call through to your people. We don't have time again. Call them. Stay at home. This is not a threat. This is a call of love. Stay at home. Don't come out. This is real. You are hearing from the genuine freedom fighters of Biafra. Tell your people, pick up your phone, call them, text them, message them on WhatsApp. Sit at home. 23rd, 24th. Don't come out. If you come out and you get killed, they will be the one to write about you. You will merely be written about, not even your name. They will tell you, they will just say, they killed 2 people. Your name will not even show up. They killed 2 people in that junction. You don't go, you don't go. So stay at home. Out of love, we are calling on you to stay at home. 2 days, you will not die. If Nagari you see, soak up. This is what we are saying. So we allow the next person to speak. Like God, good in what? Good in good. Please unmute your mic and speak to us, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Appreciate you, my brother Simon. You really presented the case very well. You touched all the angle needed. I want to also remind us that that 23rd and 24th is tomorrow and next tomorrow for the listeners here, and so that we can spread the gospel all over. It's tomorrow Monday and next tomorrow Tuesday. So it's no longer a very distant days again. So it's tomorrow and next tomorrow. So thank you so much for that reminder. Going by that very topic that is already, we're already dealing with. Nigeria suppressed every legit uprising targeted at freeing the people. Yes. Since 1967, it has been their way. But this very generation is more tough and tougher than their guns and bullets. And they can see it, no doubt about that. It's very, very obvious. They have tried it with our leader, and they could see that Mazi do not shake. Those who we are bought over, we are people that we are meant to be bought over. We are meant to be bought over. Because in every race, those who will fall by the roadside are destined to fall by the roadside. And those who reach the finishing line are designed so. And that is why the scripture said, the strength, the race is not for those that have the strength, nor for those who think that they are swift. So, and one very biblical illustration that tells it all is when the scripture made us to understand in the book of Proverbs 24. He said, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If you fail, when trouble comes, when that very storm comes your way, that you are, that we are divinely advised to stand and defeat, definitely you have not garnered enough strength. That is why you faint. Mazi have garnered enough strength. He gathered them well. He was well determined. And that is why he couldn't faint off the race. That is why he remained dogged and tough. Sometimes I imagine what he will be facing in that very dungeon they kept him. How those Almajiris will just walk down to him and talk down on him, and they say that, hey, maybe they always do on social media, they feel like say you be lion, no you be this. Sometimes I imagine all that in my head. It makes me cry. But I will summon courage again and said, I thank God for his life because he will never give up. I really appreciate him. He's someone that is proud of his people. He's someone that has stood and said that the calling of God upon his life will never be in vain. It is a calling. It's just like Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, when he was to deliver himself to the cause of saving humanity, he knew the shame that is awaiting. He knew the pains. He knew everything that the enemy would do if they peradventure laid hold on him. But that doesn't move him. He kept on pressing and having his voice heard. And when time came, they captured him. He still do not give up. He still do not deny his cause. He wished that the pain could pass away. But however, he said the will of God will be done. But for him to let God down, to let his people down, his disciples, his followers down, no way. That is a true leader. That is a true leader. It doesn't change his stand based on whom he's dealing. He remains focused. The eyes is on the ball. Shoot him needle, press him, shoot him. The eyes remain there. He died there. A true leader. And it's uncommon spirits. It's not on everybody. It's on common spirit. It's on common grace. And that's why when I see some people on the, all those e-rats talking nonsense, I check, sometimes I just go to their page to see their nonsense and, what they are vomiting. So that, when time comes, I'll just tell them, say, you are done ranting now. Is it not the will of God that later prevail? Were you not later put to shame? I'm watching them. I'm following them. Someone like Chinasa Moru wrote yesterday and said, he said there's a few people carrying gun around, for the sake of Biafra. Are they not aware that the election is around the corner? I said, what? These people are now open shamefully, demonstrating that they sold our leader. Ha! I say, well, they say there's nothing new under the sun. The generation of the Judas will always, come to show forth their foolishness when the time rides. When the time rides, you will see them. So this contraption called Zoom nation is not even a nation. They can't call it country. It's a contraption. Who are the people keeping it? They corrupt. Why are they keeping it? Because the corruption must continue. That is where they live life. That is where they feel fat. They don't mind who they will kill. They are vampires that have lasted on the stage over 60 years. Human blood is nothing before them. So they are ready to kill. They are ready to suck any blood. They are ready to see any blood spill. They don't care. And that is why when you are at advantage to have what it takes to face them, no pity them. No pity them. I have a few family friends that are soldiers in the zoo. And thank God I was the head admin of our family group chats. One day I posted a sit at home that everybody should comply. One of the soldiers just got it deleted. I said, what? What I did was, because I made a few of them admin. Immediately I removed him as an admin. Immediately I dethroned him in that very family group. I dethroned him immediately. Not this one that I made you an admin. I dethroned him immediately and I reposted that very sit at home. Everybody must see it. If you want to be serving the zoo flanis, you serve them and come back in shame. After all, by the grace of God, I thank God for everything. They can't stand me and look at me by face. In times of achievement, in times of what everybody will show up that, oh, truly you have done well for yourself. God have made it, I stood out. So I dethroned him immediately. If you're a zoo soldier, you are a zoo soldier on your pockets. If we are talking in the family, you can't tell me to sit down. You know. Even your uncle that was a threat before, God deleted him. Do you know how far we have come? So now, that is the spirit of doggedness. Remain tough in the face of the storm. Eagles, they have bird called eagle. If you see really eagle, it doesn't fear storm. When storm comes, in fact, they use it as a time to show up their talents and grace. And that is what you could see in the life of Mazi Simon. When the storm comes, they use it to display the grace of God upon them. It's not time to freak away. It's not time to shake off. No. It's the time to do what? To show off their talents and the gifts and grace upon them. They will display it, you will see it, and you go to show, you go honor them. And I know many Biafrans have been possessed with that very grace. Those who are truly called and born for the cause. We will see our freedom more, and it's this year. This year. The foolish man called himself Obi. Sometimes I look at him on camera, I look at him like this, I was like, he's fading off every given day because it is a cause struggle. It is a cause movement. It is a cause assignment that is embarked on. It is a cause one. The fraudsters, those who want to think that they can use him to retain their territory of fraudulence, their fraudulent territory, their fraudulent empires and zones, are pushing him, and he himself as a Mugu. We kept on repeating the same crowned fake figures on his head, and they'll be clapping to him. People do make one proverb. They will say that when foolish people are displaying, the people that who he or she do not belong to their family will be clapping, so that he will continue. But the family that owns him will be ashamed of him. And that's what is happening to Obi's life. And those crop of Igbos that are still following him, singing obedience obedience. However, those who are born for the freedom of their fellow Biafrans, we stood their ground, we stand their ground at this very time and display their grace, the grace of God upon them, that very talents and power and giftings upon them. It is time to display it. It is time to tell them that you can't silence us by the blood. Your blood, by your guns and bullets. In fact, your guns, a time will come. Even it is already here. They are tired of the gun. They are tired of the bullets. They are now calling for, let them not bring our leader out and come and go for the election. God will punish all of them. And God will definitely punish all of them. The blood of the innocent that they have spilled on the Biafra land will always be crying against them and cry against their generation. And their land will remain cursed forever. And that's how it will be. And our freedom will come and we'll celebrate it. And we'll move to a land whereby we'll celebrate ourselves, celebrate our God, and worship in truth and spirit, and without any fear of intimidation or killing or dying overnight. I use the mic, my brothers. Let's keep the fire burning. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. You have spoken very well with a word of wisdom. I really thank you. I really thank you. You've touched a lot of areas here. Yeah, in addition to what you just said, it is true. You know, many people, it is not just true, but quite unfortunate that many of us who traveled abroad, who had the opportunity of traveling abroad, has forgotten the number one responsibility. In a family, if you have the grace of traveling abroad from a country where you have leaders like the ones you see in Nigeria, a country like Nigeria, you should know that your number one responsibility is to ease the pain and the suffering of the people back home. And easing the pain of the people back home does not mean you sending $100 every month to them alone. That is good to help them to provide for their needs. But you, as an individual, you are not God who will always provide. It is not bad to provide. It is the responsibility of the state to establish a system that will make life bearable and sweet for every citizen of that country. But in Nigeria, you cannot have that. In fact, I was listening to a Northerner in a live interview. He was explaining how Nigeria struck a very wicked bargain to bring transformers that can be overheated at certain voltage. And when these transformers are overheated, they blow off. And that's why you hear in the street, they say transformer don't blow, transformer just blew up. And they will start donating money. Individuals will start donating money to buy a new transformer or to change something inside. And these same people who are coming to change that particular thing inside are still the same criminal bred by the Nigerian government that will know how to remove a cable from your transformer, of which when luck run against many of them, the transformer will roast some alive. So Nigeria is just breeding criminals, according to Simon Ekpa, which is true. So the people who have the grace of traveling abroad should be the ones championing the cause of freedom for the people suffering back home. It beats my imagination why a human being would travel abroad after seeing civilization from another dimension. You will not want the people back home to have a taste of it, to live the way you are living. Therefore, you want to make yourself a demigod that they can look up to. When they have problems, they complain to you. That you can be drinking whatever you are drinking, champagne, NEC. And you say, send me your account number. You say, ha, ha, ha. So they begin to see you as a little god. That is not life. You pass it on. When it is given to you, pass it on. How do you pass it on? Support what will give them good life, good living. When you have the grace, it is not for you. It is for you to make life easier for other people. Not sending $100, not sending $200. Work for the freedom of your people back home. If you mean well for them, bring out money, support ESN. The person you send $100 to, on his way to go and collect that $100, a fool animal will kidnap her or him. And in the process, they are demanding $100 million. Would $100 now bail somebody who has been kidnapped and the ransom of $100 million is being demanded? No. So you have not made life good for that. If you use that $100 to support ESN, that $100 can buy bullets that will bring down the terrorist that is coming to kidnap the person who is going to claim the $100 you sent to her or him. So with $100, you have solved multiple problems. First of all, with that $100, you have given security to the person you claim you love at home. Not just that person, but to the entire community. So you see how you connect the whole thing. You can do a lot. There are lots you can do by being abroad, by having the grace of traveling out. You can do a lot. You see people stay up 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, raising funds for your security back home. And the people raising the fund for their security, you see many of them stupidly shouting politics, vote this, vote that, PVC, PVC. This is not the way to go. Sometimes I just wonder, if Fulani have their way to your community, don't you hear this man, Miss Obadiah Mailafia? When he was interviewed, he said in 2002, which is the last year, the Fulanis are planning to have a tribal war in Nigeria. They will start with rural killings, like what they are doing in Ehamufu. After they finish with the rural killing, they will now come out to the urban areas, urban cities. And these people who think that they are in safe haven, they live in the capital cities. It will start touching them. If they don't catch them at home, they will lay ambush for their convoy. So no, there will be no safe haven for anybody. If you run to Lagos, Tinubu and Sanusi, they have the sect, one of the deadliest terrorist group from Mauritania. They are breeding them in Lagos by Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. The sect, they are there, working hand in hand with Tinubu. And these are the people that you heard Nigerian police, they went to Somalia to go and keep peace. Nigeria sent police to Somalia to go and keep peace, do peacekeeping, a place where there is no war. And that same Nigeria now have gone to Burundi to bring mercenaries to come and keep peace in Nigeria. Is that not stupidity? Does that make sense to you? So they are bringing people to come and kill you in the name of politics. You see people preparing as they're sharing PVC, as they're going from one place to another making campaign. You see military convoy moving. You see trailers of terrorists going from community to community. They are positioning their people. When they finish killing the people in the rural area, they will come to the urban city and they will start killing you who think you are living in safe haven. So the primary responsibility of those who have traveled out is not to make threat to the people speaking for an entire community or nation. You are threatening Simon Ekpa as World Igbo Congress leader. Is that the thing that you're supposed to be doing at this point? Are you not supposed to be? You have seen America. America was fought for by people with one head like you. Today you read their name in history. But you don't want that same life you are living in America. You don't want good road to happen to your people. But rather, you rather fight against the person who is fighting to protect your poor mother in the village, who is vulnerable to attack. So this is not the way to go. We are calling our people, keep your eye on the ball. The ball is freedom. You must do your due diligence, support the Eastern Security Network. Whenever we call for sit at home, obey it. So I drop the mic here. The next person, Rising Sun, you can unmute yourself and speak to us.
My brother, I've been here for long, Simon, I've been here for long, please. I can't speak, if you wouldn't mind. Is that okay?
Okay, unmute yourself and speak, please.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you for the privilege, The point is this, we have to start from the root cause of this problem. This man, Mr. Ofo, Emeka or Ejiofor or whatever from the United States, he's not speaking for us. Just have that one at the back of your mind. I'm in the United States. He did not consult us before any announcement or whatever. So you guys should stop saying people in the United States. He's not representing us. He has every right to say what he speaks for his pocket, not for Biafran people. Okay, if he feels he can talk for Biafrans, let him put a vote. Let him put a poll, then we can vote on it. He has only one vote. I have one vote. So that's just what I want you guys to know, before I move to the topic. Like the legitimate way the Nigerian government used to, suppress any uprising is by this thing this man did. Because all of them are being recruited. And one thing most of the people back home don't know is this. Most of these people here, they don't work. They depend on looted funds from our land for them to maintain their family. Because most of them, all the criminals, politicians, they give them money back for them, buying all the houses. They can't just fly from Biafra land to buy a house because they don't know anybody. Understand? These are the chain. It's just like a cartel. That's what they use to commit all this favor, to launder our money, to loot our resources. Like what you saw him did yesterday or during his interview was a clear sign to suppress what Biafrans are doing to get our freedom. He's just thinking about how much am I gonna get in to reach my pocket instead of the well-being of the masses. So when you look at all these things, you see that that's what the man planned to do. Remember when you said that they will buy you over, that they have a lot of money. We cannot change our principle because of what he's saying. No, we will not do that. So another thing I want to point out is this. A lot of people don't know about this. They have a club in the United States here where they pay $4,000 for registration. And these are the type of cartel they use to influence everything that is going on in Biafra land. I'm just sounding this as a warning. If they come out next time to talk trash, I will expose all of them. How they get their money, how they use it, the same club to get influence from Biafra land to manipulate things. If they come out again, ever again, like I'm just standing this now as a warning. If he come out again to talk trash, I will expose all of them. That's what I want to say. I thank you for the privilege you gave me to speak for our people. I will also encourage everybody to be strong. Okay, don't give up. We're not changing our stand because of this nonsense. We will still get more of this nonsense coming up on our way. But you have to search your conscience and make sure what you're doing is for our unborn children, to make them proud, because we cannot allow them to go through this mess we went through, we call Nigeria. We can't allow them to go through this mess. I've been in America more than 20-something years. I want to go back home. I tried to do business. All the money was embezzled. We cannot keep this thing for our kids. And we will make sure that we get our kids back home. There is no place like home. We cannot continue with them. After filling their pockets, they'll be coming out to talk trash. Onyendu is there. He's not talking about it. Ihamufu was massacred. Enugu was massacred. Ebonyi was massacred. Did he say anything about it? The answer is no. He come out here to talk trash. Onyendu is in prison. He was kidnapped. Did the idiot say anything about it? The answer is no. We don't have to validate this idiot. He has only one vote. I have to say thank you, my people.
Okay, thank you very much, my brother, Mr. Paul Ezieme. You have spoken very well, and you've touched on the topic too. Thank you for being direct to the point. Still on course, Nigeria suppresses every legit uprising targeted at freeing the people. Our focus is on Biafrans, the people we love. We fight for people who are fighting for the same cause. We love our people so much that we don't want anybody to lose his or her life. That is why we are here discussing this topic. It is good, like our leader once said in a live program, when somebody asks him a question, because something happened, and an association that people belong to, somebody among them, make a similar speech like this World Igbo Congress leader in America made in that interview. And the people begin to ask Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why are you saying things like this the way you are saying it? Do you think everybody in that association support what that person said? And he made an instance. He told the caller that if in an entire village you want to make tea for an entire village, use a very big drum to make that tea. And inside that tea, inside that drum, you put just 2 cubes of sugar. Would it make any difference? The man said no. He said that is it. So we need people also in America to begin to come out to debunk that this man does not represent anybody. If he has spoken by his own voice out of greed and avarice, the people need to know, Biafrans need to know, you have to remove yourself from the union he represents, from the Congress he represents. So I really love what you did. He does not speak for anybody, he speaks for himself. And whatsoever he's planning against our spokesperson, he should know that people knows him. If you are planning to threaten somebody, or you are threatening somebody, or you are planning anything to kill the person, people know you too, and you have made yourself open. So you will be held responsible for anything that happens. It's an undertaking you have done on that live interview. So thank you very much. I will want somebody else to come and speak to us. Ifeanyi Nwora, you can unmute yourself and speak to us, please. Ifeanyi Nwora, are you there?
I think Ifeanyi Nwora mic is okay. Yeah, I've turned down. Ifeanyi, can you speak now? Unmute yourself.
Wow. Mazia Rizzo. Yes, Mazia Rizzo, I want to thank you. Before I go on with my speech, I want to bring our mind to something. We've been on this place and I see a lot of people that have come here and go. If your space, you have your host, you have your co-host, two co-hosts. Your eyes should always be on this screen. Now, this success has been here for a very long time. He came and go, he come and go. Nobody gave him the mic. Koiki Media I invited him. He been here for a very long time. Nobody gave him mic to speak. If you're on this place, we need people. We need people to come and air their view on what we are saying. We need people to air their view on what we are saying and not just talking to ourselves. Once you air what the agenda and what you have as your topic, you allow other people to talk. If there's any question that you need to answer, then you come in and answer. Or if there's any contrary view that somebody have, you come and address it. But those people that came to the space, you give them opportunity, even if it's 1 minute, for all of them to speak. You give them opportunity to do so. Are you getting me? So we're all here.
My brother, we are doing this. We are doing what you are saying. The thing is, when you are here, you see the mic, you request to speak, or you raise up your hand, so we can see you. We always go through the list of people who have requested. That is why I'm calling name after name.
I've been on this space since this space started. I raised my hand up for more than 1 hour. Are you getting me? When that guy was asking that stupid question, I wanted to give him a piece of my mind, but he was very lucky anyway. So I want to thank you people for the wonderful job you're all doing. We are all heading to Biafra, and it's Biafra alone. We are not here to entertain any foolish questions. The phase where we are now is phase. We are here for liberation. Liberation phase is where we are now. We are no more agitated. This is liberation phase. That is why anything that stood on our way will go down. Are you getting me? So somebody coming here to ask you who is the enemy of Biafra? Is it the Igbo that is enemy of that person? Must be a foolish person, or he doesn't suck his mother's breast very well. He lacks sense, and he lacks credibility to come here to speak. Are you getting me? So we are going to achieve our freedom. And that's a statement that my brother made that time, that even if it will take us to agitate for 1 million, we are not going to agitate for 1 million years. We are getting our freedom this year. And that is why we are here. We are getting our freedom this year. We are not going to pass it to our next generation. No. Our next generation will come and enjoy what we have suffered and died for. They will be proud of what the 1967 men, able-bodied men and women did. And they will be proud of what Mazen Namdekan and Simon Ekpa and this autopiloted IPOB and all the media warriors, just like you guys are doing now in the media, are doing. Are you getting me? So we are not passing across to anybody. We are fighting to finish. We are not fighting to stop on the way. This is our journey. We are moving ahead to our destination. We're not going to stop halfway. we are going to achieve and reach to our goal. That is the little I want to chip in. I'm on transit. All this one. This is what I want to chip in. Let me concentrate and go where I'm going. I'm driving. So, my brothers, let's stay strong. Our freedom is on our doorstep now. Let's stretch off our hand and pick it up. Thank you, my brother Arize. Thank you, Biafra writers. Thank you, Simon.
Yeah,
Thank,
if I before you go, let me say something, please. If I before you go, please pass that security.
And if you are in Biafra land and you're on this space, please always dial star ash 12121 star ash 21 ash to check if your line is being tracked. They are monitoring our lines. I have decoded my own several times, almost every week. Check your line. If you notice it's being tracked, you dial star hash 62 to cancel it. Star hash 62 to cancel it. Star hash 62 to cancel it. If you forget star hash 21 hash, don't forget star hash 62. If you like, just dial star hash 62. If it's being monitored, immediately to be cancelled. So thank you, my people. Continue the good work. Mazi success. God bless you. Mazi mouth, our lady mouthpiece. And the justice, I see all of you. Chukwuka Dibia. And Paul Abang is here. Please invite Koiki. Let him speak to us. Thank you, my brothers.
Yeah, he will
Continue
speak.
the good
He
work.
will speak. He will speak, please. He will speak, please. Before you go, before you go, anybody in Biafra land is very important for your safety. Please use a VPN for your safety. Use a VPN because they are tracking your number. We want all your safety. Even our brother Koiki Media, please let your people know. Thank you, host, for giving me the privilege. Thank you.
Thank you.
so, thank you very much for going directly to the point. We want to quickly.
Simon, hold on, please.
Okay.
We want to, want to welcome Koiki Media to speak to us.
So
Welcome, brother.
thank you for the privilege to be able to be on this very powerful journey that our brother, the man that has been the row, I say all the time on my platform without any hesitation, the only two people that the zoo is scared of is Mazinan Dekano and Chief Dr. Sunday Igbowo. And we, the followers of these two individuals, we have the mission that needs to be completed, whether, as we do know, the rendition, the kidnapping of Mazinam Dekano to Nigeria, the assassination attempt on Igbowo that has now made him to be living in Benin Republic, it is a mission that needs to be completed. Thank you so much to the last speaker. This is not the time for us to be allowing any idiotic answer or question that wants to pull us back. There's no time for that, because there are some people, even though they might be in Nigeria, they think they are comfortable, but they do know they are not comfortable. But there are also the people outside, which is what I did on my Sunday broadcast in a cold outside my small little balcony, which if I was in a Yoruba land, I would have had an opportunity to live in a big mansion, because I know how my father lived his life throughout his tenure before he died in the 80s. And I always say to people, we should not give room to those that wants to pull us back. There are so many comfortable diaspora, whether they are the Yorubas, whether they are the Biafras, they are comfortable in their small little Mercedes, and they can play their music, and their children can go and listen to Davido or Wizkid or Burna Boy because they are playing a concert and they think Nigeria is cool. It is our responsibility. We say it now. I have said it without anybody thinking that I am scared. I keep telling my people, I am the only media within the Yoruba that say we are going to fight 3 years ago. Up to today, I have not mixed my word. Freedom is not something you deliberate and then you take it to the United Nations. If I could live in this country for the last 24 years, and I want you to follow my journey, because some of you don't listen to my broadcast and some do. 24 years I live in the United Kingdom since 1998, September. As a Commonwealth citizen, it took me 14 years just to fight my illegal, my status with the British government. And the question is this how I'm going to allow my own children now come and be talking about Yoruba nation, agitation? We are not agitating anymore. We are now at the stage of we must complete the job. I have started saying it, whether people like it, if we cannot fight Nigeria in a conventional war, it will be a guerrilla warfare. The IRA did it to the British. Heaven did not fall. We must be bold. We must not be scared. I have said so many things that sometimes even my people thought, wow. I said it when they wanted to pick up one of our comrades 2 years ago that will burn down the Nigerian embassy here in UK, and you heard it well. I said so. It was my father that called me, Professor Banja Kitoe, that said, that even belongs to Yoruba people because we were the one that brought it, with the cocoa money. But what am I trying to say is, we, as much as we are here in this Zoom, people think that, we are scared. No, we should not be scared. Tony Blair took us to war, that it is now coming back on him to apologize. We must be ready to defend that land with whatever we have. Some of my people back home keep saying, oh, we don't have what he needs to fight. We will use whatever is available to fight. Whatever is available, we will use it to fight. If it's a human shield, we will use it. It has been done in the history of this world. Yes, I'm coming. No, it's cold. I'm coming. I'm coming now. Okay, I'm coming. Let me come. I'm on the broadcast now, live broadcast. You understand? So we must not be scared. And that is why, if I keep telling you that only God, Eledumare, knows what happened. Maybe if Nnamdi Kanu was not kidnapped, maybe even Nigeria would have been gone before now, because I know the kind of meeting, like I said before, that we had with him. I was in that meeting, Igboho was in that meeting, Simon Ekpa was in that meeting. And like I said to our people, not to take much of our time, we have done a lot of talking about Nigeria. We don't want to be doing that same talking. What we should start thinking now is action. And whatever it takes, we will use to protect and defend the widows. People keep saying to my people at home, oh, well, where are we going to get the food to eat? When it gets to the right place, there's enough food in Nigeria, there's enough food in the Southwest. We will get those food out. We have not got to that stage. I have said it that the moment that the Europeans start evacuating their people, Nigeria is coming down. But for now, Nigeria is not coming down because they're still doing business with Nigeria. But the moment that air traffic stops, the diversion of airplane, then they will know that we are all serious. We have just lost one of our very beautiful, hard-working comrades today. She died this morning. She was still in a meeting of Yoruba Nation up to yesterday. She died. I still have the WhatsApp message that she sent to me on January 15th. We are not going to be here forever. We will not give room to Peter Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu to take us into another nonsense Nigeria. We are all going to die. And what would happen after 200 years, like I always say, I give myself and you in this room. Are you thinking about what Biafra land will be in the next 200 years? Or are you just thinking about now? We should not think about now. We should think about that young boy that you just heard his voice. He's not even up to 6 years old. So you want me, Olayomi Koiki of Koiki Media, to allow Nigeria to continue. And this, if Britain, that we think we love so much, as at, go downstairs and watch the TV, as at last week, this is just about towards the end of last week, in Birmingham, that we thought is a black people community, they are saying that they cannot even plant air in the school. Then why will not send our people back home when we have our own territory? And this is Britain in 2023, still being racism. Have the Biafra people working very hard in NHS, as we do know, as the Yorubas, working as a public-private. Are we not selfish bastard the diaspora that does not want the breakup of that shithole country called Nigeria, where people are dying. A 25-year-old Yoruba boy was strangled by 3 policemen in Ojo Elegba. His grandmother eventually died yesterday.
Okay, I don't know what is going on. For some time we stopped.
Master, please, a minute. Let me talk to Koiki. Please,
All
Koiki
right.
Media, check your WhatsApp. I sent you a WhatsApp text message. Check your WhatsApp text message, please, and reply me. Thank you.
Yes, Mazi Fani, you know, before Mazi Koiki dropped, the mic stopped talking. So I don't know if he was aware of that. Please confirm from him so we can continue.
Koiki. Hello, Koiki, are you there? Can you hear me? Mazi, are you hearing Koiki?
No, he's requesting. Let me approve him. He's requesting back. Let me approve him back.
Okay, let me
Yes.
mute. Okay.
Sorry about that. I had a call that interrupted that last-minute conversation there. Let's remain strong. Let's support. If it's a prayer you can do in your home, pray for us. If you can support, the fundraising on the ESN, support them. We just lost a comrade. She died this morning. And the fight, the struggle. And I sent a voice note and the message to Igbowo, and he said the fight still continues, so that we can remember this individual as heroes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Koiki. Hold on. Mr. Koiki, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, we commiserate with you for the loss of one of your comrades. The only consolation that this person that our pastor laid down his life for this cause is the restoration of the nation of Oduduwa. That is the only consolation that he's going to get. Then I want to remind you, I sent you a message yesterday in your WhatsApp, the line you sent to me. On your WhatsApp, I sent you a message. Check it and reply me. Okay? Thank you, my brother.
I'll do so.
We are all going home. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. My brother Mazidim Justice, do you have something to say? Do you have something to say now? Okay, in the absence of Mazidim Justice, I will, on behalf of BWOC, send a message to our brother from the Oduduwa Republic, Koiki Media. A condolence to one of us who lost her life, and may her gentle soul rest in peace. As Sunday Boho said, we must continue. That is the same word we are using here, that we must continue, because freedom is what we are fighting for. And the best thing that we can do for those who have lost their life is to make sure that we restore this very sovereignty that they died for. May our gentle soul rest in peace. And we also thank you, our brother, Mr. Koiki Media, for, despite the situation you people are in, you still make a time to come out and also to encourage Biafrans. We say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama, who is the God Almighty, to continue to protect you, guide you, and at the end, give us freedom. In Chukwu Okike Abiama's name we pray. Thank you. So, my co-host Simon, do you have something to say before we give mic to Sussex? Sussex is back here, and I believe he will speak to us very soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mazarinze. And I want us to go straight and approve Success to unmute his mic and speak to us. We want to hear from him. He's been here now for a long time. Success, please unmute and speak to us.
All right, my people, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I appreciate everyone, and especially the presence of Mazi Olaimi Koiki, the Koiki Media. I am overwhelmed seeing you in our media space, though we are fighting a singular purpose, and that purpose is sovereignty of our entire nation, because when we were created, God did not ask anybody to take care of us. God did not ask anybody to colonize us. But out of quest for power and resources, we find ourselves in this mess today. And we will keep fighting. My condolences to the family of the Yoruba nation and all freedom agitators and freedom liberators. The only thing we owe for the dead for now is that what they died for will live on. We must make sure that Biafra and the Oduduwa Republic is a reality in this 2023. They're not missing words. And here we are. We've defeated Nigeria in so many areas and we'll continue to defeat them. Yes, the topic suggests Nigerian suppresses every legit uprising targeted at freeing the people. And if you look at the in-depth of this very topic, you'll find out that yes, it is true. Whatsoever that will emancipate the people from being enslaved, the caliphate, the neo-colonists will rise against it, directly or indirectly. This has been their model of operandum since the inception or the creation of this shithole of we call a zoo, which British called nigger area. It is zoo to us because we were caged. British who created Nigeria, because the creation of Nigeria is beyond amalgamation. It's not just ordinary amalgamation. If it's ordinary amalgamation, then we are free to go our separate ways each time we want. But this is complete, total enforcement of CDO entity they called a country, which were described by the founding fathers as a major political description. So, going by history, the suppression of the British, they fought the people to suppress them against their will. The About Women riot, which is a normal protest, but they call it riot, is an uprising targeted against freeing oneself, but was suppressed and was tagged riot. The January 15, 1966 military coup is an uprising by the young officers who saw tomorrow and were quickly suppressed by tagging a single tribal in the entity called Nigeria as the main sponsor of the coup, thereby leading to the death of over 700,000 people in 1966. And it continues. At any slight opportunity that people have to free themselves, there must be an opposition force, which what they use to defeat the people is the willpower of money and hunger. They kept all of us hungry so that each time we want to rise, they will remind us that we are hungry. And we now know, yes, we are hungry, or we have to go back. So, but at this very dispensation we are now, in this year 2023, it is completely different. If you watch the foundation of Nigeria start to shake in 1963, just 1963, during the First Republic, the foundation of Nigeria starts to shake. And this is 2023. We have shaken the foundation from the beginning, and right now, we are to pull down the structure, which we are doing right now. So, down to the NSAS, where it is a legit cause, but was hijacked or organized by criminals who want to have a free course for their criminality. And yeah, you can't call that suppression because they brought in the people who came for a real business and kill all of them, and many of them are still in detention today. Where are these people that organize the NSAS? Why are they not speaking for those who are still in detention? So many NSAS protesters are still in detention up to today. So this is why Nigeria will not work, because each time the people who have seen the light of civilization try to rise, there must be a counter force to suppress them. And when this Biafra issue started, they know that Biafra will be a very tough challenge against their Janjaweed movement. They start to bringing in the military first. The first killing of IPOB members took place on August 2015, 30th of August 2015 at Onitsha, where people were killed by Nigerian Navy. And the killing never stops up to today. Why are they killing people? To suppress the movement, to suppress the call, to suppress the voice. And Nigeria is using different arsenals to do this. They have used money. Money cannot buy some. They have now to use media. They will allow you on Facebook. When they know that you are becoming serious, they will suppress you. And look at what YouTube has joined them to do. It is still the same thing. So what do we need to do to make this their enforcement of slavery on us non-effect? Is for us to go into innovation. Because according to our internal leader, Ikemba Odumegojukwu, he said necessities gave birth to invention during the Biafran era. Necessity gave birth to invention. We are able to build our own media system, to build our own railway system, to build our own airport, and the rest. We never think that we can be able to do this until we find ourselves in the circumstances that warrant us to now go into deep research. And this is how we are going to overcome these very people. We are going to overcome them with our super intelligence, innovations, inventions, critical thinking. So Nigeria has been a tool for the British. Left for the Fulanese, they don't have the power to keep us. They know that the Biafra movement is at its height. They went and to attack Sunday Boho. Sunday Boho was arrested in the Benin Republic and is still there just to suppress this very struggle. But I thank God, he is still much more powerful, raising his head against the ugly caliphate. At the moment they went after Igboho, they went after Nnamdi Kanu. It's still the same thing, to suppress this very struggle. But having somebody like Koiki on our side, or in the side of those who want to be free, having somebody like our daddy, Professor, we still have a very good chance for this. Having somebody like Simon Ekpa, having somebody like Madam Azuka, and all autopilot media warriors, having some people like Eastern Security Network, because this is where the central is being monitored. And I encourage the Yoruba brethren, our Yoruba brothers, to do likewise. It does not take anything. It just only take determination. We have nothing when we launch Eastern Security Network, and today we have everything. Even not everything, but at least we suppress Nigerian army to the law, which is the highest defense. We suppress them to the minimum, and that's all. So the war is on, and I want our Yoruba brothers to as well do this. We can share common intelligence in terms of this military stuff, and let us emancipate ourselves once and for all, because we cannot continue to do this. That's why they brought in Obi, to ever we shouting Obi, 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 and forget what is on the pipeline. And we refuse to shout Obi. We can never shout Obi. Myself, I can never shout Obi. I keep shouting that Biafra that I have been shouting for years, and I will shout it until the day it will come. Because God continues to speak, and as He speaks, it comes to fruition. He did not go and walk it. He speaks, they say, and God said, let there be, and it was. We will continue to make our quest in a very legitimate way, which we are doing now. And on this stand, Biafra will come, Oduwa nation will come. Even the Ambazonia will be liberated. So these are three powerful nations God encircled in a very particular projection. The Amba people, they have a foresight. The Oduwa nation, they have foresight. The Biafra has foresight. If the Middle Belt wish, they should join. So how are we going to suppress these people is determination. Let us determine that we can do it. form our own security in every places like the Yoruba side, form it, keep it, let them checkmate whatever that goes on there, chase Fulani out of the bush. That is where security began. I think if we do this, then it will the fight will be lesser for Biafra, the fight will be lesser for Amazonia, and Nigeria has no forces to distribute to the whole nation to fight. Right now, Nigerian army is not up to 200,000. So if a nation's army that has over 280 million or 200 and something million people inside it is not up to 500,000, so it means the nation has collapsed. And I'm telling you, that's why they are borrowing soldiers from other African countries like Burundi, like Niger and Chad and every other places. They are borrowing soldiers because they have none. So it is not a secret for our Yoruba brothers to key in and let us decimate these people once and for all. Thank you. I think whenever I'm needed, I will come back. So, but for now, this is all I have. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Mazi Fawcett, for your speech. And Mazi Dimdosis, are you back? Are you here? Do you have something to say?
Yeah, somewhere. That's why I've not been able to be active. But if we have finished, maybe we can close the continue anyway.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. My co-host Simon, do you have something to say, please, before we proceed?
Not so much, but I thank Success for what he has put on the table. And I believe that our Yoruba brothers will so much resonate with his message. If we fight together, we make the fight easier for ourselves, and the liberation will come more at ease than coming with a lot of difficulties. So there is need for us to form a common front on every side. I remember during the NSAS, when they were accusing our leader, Mazinan Dekano, of setting Nigeria on fire after the terrorists opened fire on the protesters at Togate. He said, this uprising, they are trying to tribalize it, but it is good that people in Yoruba land should take care of the SSs, to checkmate the SSs of the Nigerian government on their end, while people in Biafra will checkmate theirs. In the Middle Belt, they should do the same so that people will come together and overwhelm them at once. This idea still stands and is workable. So I thank Success for reminding our brothers that we need to fight together. This is what I have to say for now. And there is someone else can bring in, and we allow someone else to speak to us. Rising Sun, you are still requesting. I don't know if you have something to put to contribute to the discussion. If you still have something to say, unmute yourself and speak to us, please. Let's make it quick and round off. Rising Sun, are you there?
It's showing me still requesting from my end, so I don't know if it's connected already, but from my end, it's still showing requesting. So,
you requested
okay. Havnyanki.
Those people never been, connected because they have been here since the beginning of this program. Once you connect, then they will still disconnect and connect. So I don't understand the kind of network they are using. Meanwhile, I will have to make my closing remark. Thank you, everybody, for joining for this space. We will continue to do it like this from time to time, at least 2 times a week, Tuesdays or Thursdays and Sundays. We continue to come here together, debate, discuss different topics, and we keep. Go on, Oya, speak, finish. Before.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead
We can
and
hear
speak.
you. Go ahead and speak, please.
You guys are doing an amazing job. All of you who are fighting for the liberation of Biafra, you should consider yourself blessed because you are the chosen ones. Because our leader always say, before us there was none like us, and after we are gone there will be none like us. So for all of you who are standing firm after all the storms, you should congratulate yourself and know that you are among the chosen one. Well, the Nigerian establishment, ever since its creation, has been, and we all know that from the beginning of creation of Nigeria till now, they have been oppressing. I can give some examples. We could remember during the time of Aburi Accord, how they thwarted the whole thing and it led to the genocidal war that was fought against Biafra. And you could see how they were oppressing Fela Kuti, who was a freedom fighter on his own part. And recently, you could see what happened in 2020 at Lekki Toll Gate, when the Nigerian youth tried to rise up to do something, and how they suppressed it by hiring thugs and all that. So these things should not be a surprise to us, that they come to our fellow brothers to offer them money so that they can sabotage what we are doing. We should not even be concerned about that, because right now Nigerian youths are kind of in a psychological syndrome, which I call Stockholm syndrome. You know, they love their oppressors, so most of them don't know what they are doing. You could remember what happened during the NSAS. Most of Nigerian youth, they don't even know what they want. They only follow the crowd. You could see during the NSAS protest, many of them were shouting NSAS, NSAS. But immediately they discovered food in a warehouse. They left the protest they were going for and they started scavenging for food, which means they don't know what they want. So in our own end, we that have been chosen for this race, we should, in fact, I really commend our spokesperson, Mazi Simon Epa. I really stand by everything he's doing, 100%. Because when the game is up now, you will see all those people shouting Obi will join us. But I love what Simon said. Those who we will force everybody into this freedom fight. And it's gonna happen. Oh my God. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you. We are hearing you. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we will force every one of them. We should not even focus about them because they don't know what they are doing. We are the ones representing them. We are the ones making decisions for them. So when they will start hearing "koko koko woto woto," like our spokesperson used to say, they will join us by force. So they don't know what they are doing. When the big game starts, all of them will be forced to join us. Their eyes will now open to see that we are actually fighting for them. Don't let us not waste our energy on them. They will come along. I give you my words. They will join us. But for those who are hell bent on sabotaging us, they will have questions to answer. If they will not answer it to Biafrans, even if they run to exile, they will answer it to their generation. Because one day their generation will ask them, Father, what did you do at this point in time that people were crying and fighting for freedom? Their family will judge them, even if they are not in Biafra land. You understand? And what I can also contribute towards that is what Gowon said after the war. He said if he knew that Igbo people love money like this, that he would not waste his bullets fighting in the bushes. He would have given money to some of them. And that's exactly what they are doing. Look at the DOS whom the struggle was left to. How they handled it. They gave them money and thought that it was working. But I thank God for our spokesperson and the people who are holding this agitation, the autopilot. I really thank God for all of you. Because if not for autopilot and Mazi Simon, I don't know what would have become of us as a race. So I really thank all of you who are working so much hard, putting your time, putting your money, putting your effort, having sleepless nights to make sure that,
Okay,
that God will always is safe.
please, it's okay. It's okay. We have understand where you are going, and we have actually tried on this space today. So please let us do the closing remarks and close down the space so that we can do other things. Thank you. Please, Arinze, just 1 minute. Drop your closing remark, following by Simon before we close it. Thank you.
All right. My fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom all over the world, those that have made out their time to come and contribute one or two, and also to listen to us. I say may God Almighty continue to bless us. What I want to say is that Biafrans have crossed the Rubicon. It's a place of no return as long as this fight for freedom is concerned. As I said earlier, some people are busy fighting Simon Ekpa without asking question, why is Simon doing what he's doing now when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not around? They refuse to know that it's because of the illegal abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that gave birth to what Simon Ekpa is doing today. And they are now fighting to bring Simon Ekpa down, and there are even some planning to, somehow attack him. And I'm telling them now also that what will come after Simon will even be more dangerous to what they think Simon is doing now. So the best thing for them to do is to listen to the cry of the people now that is crying for freedom. They should not take it for granted. This is my closing remark, and I will also encourage Biafrans to continue doing what they are doing. If you know what you are doing today is 2, double it times 2. Because as a baby continue to kick in the mother's womb, when the date or the time for delivery, reaches, that is what we are doing now. So we must continue to kick until the mother gave birth to this baby Biafra. Thank you very much, my wonderful listeners, as I hand the mic over to my second co-host for his own closing remark. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Arinze, for your well-dropped closing remark. I want to thank everyone that are present here in this space discussion. I also encourage that you should, whenever you see our notification, try and join, and not just joining, invite other people who need to see the light and the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Because there are so many misinformation out there and confusion in the air. So this is where you get the truth and nothing but the truth. This is where you get the love of the people through the message being dished out. Having said that, I want to remind each and every one of us that the will of a determined people cannot be subdued by a force of the enemy who is hell-bent on bribing their way through propaganda and every other thing to ensure that they suppress people seeking for freedom. We are heading straight to Biafra, and this is our goal. We do not want people to begin to see us as people who don't listen. We only listen when you are speaking sense. We don't listen. If we don't listen to you, know that you are pulling us back. So it does not matter what kind of threat some persons out there are trying to dish out to Biafrans who are fighting for their freedom. I want to encourage everyone to be strong. Like my co-host said, Mazi Arinze, double down on what you are doing and to see that this fight, we end it and not leave it for our children. If you listen to many people out there, they will tell you, yes, Biafra will come, but this is not the way to go about it. Okay, tell us how to go about it. They don't have a plan. They don't have a suggestion. They don't even have common advice. When we do what we are doing, they tell us this is not the way. So, in as much as what we are doing is yielding result, and Nigeria is sweating, we will continue. And we know that this generation will end the fight that our fathers started. Thank you very much for being in this space. I drop the mic here.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, Simon, for at least being a co-host. Thank you, Arinze. Thank you, Success, Koiki Media, everybody that attended. Princess AJ, I love all of you, and I say it's good evening from here. We shall continue from here. Anytime we come on space, we will notify everyone a day or 2 days before. Thank you.
I'm calling you right away. Hello?